Normal latency. I think that should be right.
Yes, we're live.
Oh, too late now.
So, oh yeah, that's right. I go to Twitter. Twitter and my laughing wolves. And
oh, there it is. Okay, I've got the link for you. Do you need it? You need it for your
I'll
tweet.
need it in a second. Where did I
Need it for your tweet. Oh, and then I get a notification from YouTube saying, "Oh my gosh, the guy you stalk is streaming." All right, so we've got people already here. Hi, people.
It's Twitter.
Overquill sent me, says Battleship Agincourt.
Agincourt. See, you're saying it better than I did. Also, hello, Agincourt. Hello.
Hello, everybody. This is not at all a huge
We are still getting set up. Don't mind us.
Don't mind us. We're just having some fun.
Before we were ready. He's like, I'm going live. I'm like, what?
Ignore me.
I think that'll do. Okay, so what's the link?
I put it in the Discord.
Oh, great. So now, okay, after all that, we have to completely dox
it's that thing
ourselves.
right there.
What? This is it? Oh, okay.
Yes.
How do I do that? Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. Stop doxing me, please. Stop it. Okay.
Great, guys. Behind the scenes stuff.
Live now.
But yes,
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're going.
Did you tweet so I can retweet?
Shoot.
We're going.
Am I going? I don't have to.
We're certainly live. People are responding to us. Well, it looks like you're on Twitter. That's what we look like right now.
Come on. Let's take off at the speed of sound. Bright lights and colors all around.
Are we?
All right.
Where's that from?
Sonic Colors. And we're talking about the American version where you don't spell it with a U.
Get out of here.
So, Battleship Agincourt asks, is asking Antony C, but I can actually answer it myself. What's your time zone? It's 10 p.m. where I am.
10 p.m.
Antony is in, apparently, Australian Eastern Time, which means it's about 1 p.m. his time right now.
Freaking Narnia or wherever.
Narnia or something, yeah.
Oh, so here we are. Yes.
Ah, it's a Joey. Hi, Jojo.
All right. How does it look?
Looks great.
Everybody see this? And here we go.
Yep, I can see it. Stream if you want to confirm that you can also see it.
And I was wondering if see if people can hear Mr. Foddy or at least hear the.
Oh yes. Can you guys hear the sound effects? Because what Silver and I are watching, we can't hear the sound effects. So if
those
you could.
blessed people, they don't get to enjoy what I'm enjoying.
Yes. Well, actually, I guess I could just unmute and find out myself.
Endure what I'm enduring.
I think they can.
They can?
Yeah, because when you change the volume, I think I heard some
up.
background stuff.
If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away.
So yes,
and come
Joey.
back. I'll be
Hold
here.
on. Now I have to wait. Yeah, they can hear the music when you
All right.
put it back on. So yes, they can hear things.
Let's turn off Mr. Foddy. We don't need him.
But we love Mr. Foddy, apparently, because you've been at this for 98 times.
Oh, we love Mr. Foddy. Don't worry. We've got a special place in our heart for Mr. Foddy.
Don't be a funny naughty.
So Joey marvels at the fact that the kettle has been upgraded to golden spittoon. And yes, in one of the previous.
I didn't even think of that. Oh, yuck! It makes so much more sense now. I'm sitting in the spittoon.
Well, honestly, at that point, I think it's your chamber pot.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Yes,
much.
I started with that.
He went there.
Well, the nice thing is that with toilet humor, you can't go downhill from there, or you shouldn't.
Well, the idea is to go uphill, so you know.
What kind of
Or at
sewer
least
system do
upwind.
you have? Oh dear. Now, do you know that the golden cauldron, by the way, was it Joey?
Yes,
Was saying?
Joey.
That's a reward for beating this 50 times, okay? Okay? I'm just that good, okay? It's not an update to the game.
Oh, it's an update to your skills.
To my life. I'm very look at my Twitter header. I'm too proud of it.
Bug asks, "Hey, Antony and Friends, having any luck?" Sort of.
Yeah, I think we're
Got
having
the
some
stream
luck.
working.
Yeah.
Got it working.
It's working,
Thanks,
and
man.
he's ascending. Something. It's fierce.
Do you know anything
Well,
about
that's right,
this?
Silver. I don't think I don't think Silver knows much about the game. So would you like to do a little introduction for both Silver and the viewers at home for
Oh.
what the heck you're doing?
Yeah, I know. This is. I guess I'm just mucking around now, but this is Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, and it is notoriously difficult. It is notoriously one of the most difficult games ever made. And I am absolutely fascinated with it because yeah, it's frustrating. But it was okay. So a little history. It was commissioned by the Humble Bundle people. Mr. Foddy, Bennett Foddy, was commissioned by Humble Bumblebee people to make him to make a game that's all mouse orientated, so you don't use any other controls but the mouse. And that's all he had. That's all that were all the instructions he had. It's like, oh, okay, fine. So he decided to create this game that's an homage to something called Sexy Hiking, which was a free game which came out in 2002, which was notoriously difficult and designed by another Czech developer named Jazuo, simply because he could. Right? It was a game by developers for developers, and it was designed to be uncompromising and difficult, in which you've got to swing a hammer to get around this landscape, this mountain. And so Mr. Foddy says, well, okay, that's a cool concept. Let's see if we can make a thing out of it. And he made this game, which is has absolutely no life. Quality of life features. It is just completely uncompromising, and with its odd physics, you've got to wield this. I can't remember what kind of hammer it's called, but you've got to wield this hammer around.
Sledgehammer? Looks like a sledgehammer to me.
It's not. No, it's not a sledgehammer. It's some sort of railroad whacking. I think made.
Oh.
Yeah, for railroads. He mentions it. Actually, he's in an interview with Kotaku, and he was saying how this is actually a specific type of hammer. The video where Bennett Foddy himself plays this game with Kotaku, the guy from Kotaku. It's hilarious. It's a great watch. He has trouble with his own game, and he explains all his history of the stuff. Yeah. So. And it was just a part of the Humble Bundle, I think, and then it came to Steam, where it blew up, as every Let's Player in the world had some fun trying to get over it. The game's designed so that you can see the text at the bottom. Hopefully, you can see the text at the bottom of the screen where he explains himself for a little bit, and then his explanations turn into poetry, bad poetry. And then it turns into mocking you for not being able to get over the mountain and falling down and stuff. And it's absolutely excruciating, and it's one of the greatest games ever made. I just love it so much because it took me 6 hours the first time to get up this stupid mountain. Ah! It is uncompromisingly, notoriously, horribly difficult. It's full of all of these little traps where any moment, you're right back at the beginning, child.
Are you just demonstrating for us?
Yeah, we're back at the beginning. And I love it. I just at some point I bit the bullet and said, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm just gonna enjoy the moment. And it teaches you things. It teaches them the presence of the value of the presence of now, being in the moment. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm
Even
not
if
angry.
that moment is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and your eyes are bloodshot and your wrists hurt and you can't stand it anymore.
And your friend from America is yelling at you for being awake.
Please go to bed, you idiot. What are you doing?
And the other friend is like, hey, what are you doing up?
I was only up until 6 a.m. It's fine.
Only.
That's great.
Miss Pink Pot calling the kettle. Wait a minute.
Well, I paid for it by not getting up in time, so. Any hoodle. So, some questions in the chat. Someone asked if this is a pre-recording. No, we can see you. we can see all of your responses. Someone also asked A, who's playing the game? That would be our lovely Tony Pony.
That's me!
And someone also asked, is that Silver? Which makes me realize that we haven't actually done any introductions.
Oh yeah, it's time to do that
Dusty,
sort of thing.
Hi!
Hey, Dusty! Oh, that's another thing. Ask me about
another
Dusty. Later, ask
you
me
about
about Dusty. We're going to say hello to Dusty.
Okay.
Hello to everybody who's
Oh,
on
and
board.
Viva!
And Viva's here. Everybody's here. All the... Ah! I legitimately
There are people
didn't
who
want
are
to
in
do
the
that.
chat. I guess we should focus first on the people who are in the call.
In the call, yes. Hello, sweetie. Say hello,
Hi.
sweetie Bloom.
That'd be me. Hi.
And Silver's here too,
I am here.
being awesome.
Actually, I'm not doing much right now. I'm just watching a man in a golden pot ascending by what is called a Yosemite hammer.
That's it. That's
For the record.
Yosemite hammer. There we go.
Oh, yeah, that
Wikipedia
sounds
for
like
the
it's a
win.
gold
Yay.
prospecting hammer there.
I think
Yosemite.
Dusty is very concerned about the asking you about him.
Oh.
He's
No.
like, what do you mean ask me about Dusty?
I know all the secrets, dude. I got the documents. Nah, it's cool. This is one of those things that this game teaches you. Is
So,
oh
look up Dirt on Dusty Cat?
yeah, to make fun of Dusty Cat. That's what you got to do.
That's the only way to win.
What a niche game.
Yeah, it's been just for him. Don't you know? There's a whole segment. Bennett Foddy's like, oh, you couldn't get over the mountain. Don't worry. Here's a link to Dusty's YouTube. Make you feel better.
I mean, it's true, it would.
No, it's like what this game teaches you things. Well, or if you've got your eyes open, it's like it teaches you stuff. Like I think the last time I made a video on this, I was like all about how you know you're so tempted to give up. Like, this is impossible, right? I can't do this. This is just look at this. Look at this. Look, I'm doing it. I'm doing. Ah! And you say, I can't freaking do it. It's not fair. I mean, maybe it's fair, but I don't really know why I can't do it. And the universe sucks. Everything sucks. I hate everything. I can't do it anymore. But then you sort of wake up to yourself and you're like, no, you can do it. You just need practice. It's something. It's a blind spot you have. It reminded me of that episode of Star Trek where Captain Picard and whatnot are they do everything right and they still fail, and it's nearly cost them their lives. And as you when I first saw that, I was like, what are they gonna do? They outsmarted Data, right, in this thing. I'm not paying attention. That's why I'm sucking at this right now. Yeah, they outsmarted Data. There's no way they can win against these aliens, and the situation is just dire. And then just Captain Picard says, no, oh, we just got to do it properly this time. And we didn't do it properly the first time. And everybody's like, what? No. We just left clues. We just got to cover all our bases. We just got to do it properly. And I'm like, what? And they totally pull it off, and it makes sense. It's a well-written episode. I'm trying to get over here. Get over the top. Come on.
Over it. Get over it, Antony.
Hang on. Come on.
Flex those
there it is.
well-designed biceps.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well,
Okay.
for full details on the Star Trek story, watch
Watch the video, and that's just one of the many lessons. And I'm like, that reminds me of this game. It's like, okay, if I suck at it, it's kind of it's on me. Do it properly, and don't get upset about it. And that's what all the rage is about. You know, people raging on the stream. They're like, it should have. But yeah, it requires pixel perfect precision and skill to make some of this stuff happen, and like really great muscle memory to make it work. So you just have to do it again. Try again. Keep doing it. And yeah, not some people just can't. They can't because, and I understand why. It's like it causes stress. It causes muscle fatigue. Your back and your neck are just and then it's 5 a.m. and you're being yelled at by Sweetie Bloom to go to bed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I'll get over this. So anyway, I've been enjoying these lessons.
Title drop.
Yep.
All
Title
credits.
drop.
Title track. You
Get
got over
get
it.
over it.
Oh no.
Gonna be doing that a lot. A lot of credits are gonna be rolled.
I'm gonna be.
I can't help but notice that there's water sloshing out of that
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah,
Just
so-
I love this spittoon reference right there. Yeah,
The
it's so
spoon
appropriate.
Yeah, it
I didn't think of that
concerns me
before.
As to what, it concerns me as to what liquid it is that's coming out of there.
It's
but
just water. Ah, I haven't mastered the
Oh.
speedrunners. Oh my! Yeah, that's right. That's good. Uh huh. Okay, so leet way of getting up over there. Oh yeah, I'm actually almost not sad that that happened because I wanted to show everybody this place. While we're here, I may as well show you the. I'll show you the wheelbarrow area. Normally this is how you get up over here. You get up over here and whatnot. Yeah. I'm not used to it. I'm still not used to it because I usually just stair skip. Like why?
I don't need sound effects.
Right,
Antony's commentary is all I need.
let's just say also when we were testing this out last night, there was some interesting sound effects going on.
Oh yeah. Oh no. We'll get to it, sweetie.
We'll get to that.
We get up to the ice cliffs, or is it the anvil area?
It was
There's-
the anvil area.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You can actually scramble up the mountain without touching the anvil, and it's Okay, I'm not doing well over there.
I think you're doing fine.
You're doing better than I would.
I'm intrigued. And the fact you're doing this all by control of a mouse.
Yeah, it's just mouse swings. There's actually a thing, apparently, I haven't done it yet, I haven't gotten it yet, but if you press any of the buttons, you click the button 500 times and Bennett Foddy gives you a little message. He's like, are you okay? This game doesn't use mouse button clicks. Getting a little twitchy there, buddy. Okay, alright, we're on the freaking slide.
Nice.
This is how you conquer the slide bit. Yeah!
Oh, yay!
And you can actually...
Oh no,
there's
this is
something-
just playing with my perception here.
No, don't do that. I'm sure one of these boxes has snake in it.
Oh my god, is that
Oh.
guy in a pot? A pot, you say?
Metal Gear. I don't know. Yeah, there's a box skip. You can get up there somehow by doing some magic. Ah! But this is how you normally do things. You're over here like so. And then you've got to... The first time you see this bit, it's like the most awkward thing in the universe. How? I don't know what okay. Yeah! And that's basically
Betsy.
what you gotta do, and... Anyway, it helps to not fear any of this, because the faster you go, like the more velocity you give yourself, the better your chances. And that leads me to Dusty.
Yeah, oh, something about velocity and Dusty. This I got here.
Oh no, it's like oftentimes in this game, if you find yourself, I guess it's like life. If you find yourself aiming for a low thing, you find yourself, or aiming for just a certain ledge that you see in your periphery, you can actually get high enough. Ah! Oh.
Alright, I shouldn't laugh at you.
You're like, I can say to yourself, yeah, I'm aiming for this twig here in front of me. I'm sorry. I've got to shut that down. Shut it down, shut it all down.
Put it
You're like,
down.
I can totally get up to that higher thing. I saw it, and you see in your periphery that you were jumping high enough to reach something much, like, way, way higher. And you're like, so high. Ah! But, or you could, because you were only shooting for such and such, that you were, for such and something in your, closer to you, you forgot to, that you didn't notice that you were actually doing well enough to go for faster, up the mountain. And so it's like, pay attention and have faith in yourself, I guess. And I'm like, I looked at the Twitter feed the other day, yesterday, and I'm like, I posted a thing for this, hey everybody, I'm gonna do the thing, and then Dusty's liking it, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I invite Dusty? We could have been talking to Dusty.
I could have gotten dust, but all I got was silver quill. God.
I realize that now. Saying that sounds terrible.
I'm definitely no.
Well, no, Sweetman, you're a joy to have around any conversation.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Well, that's the same as. Oh, don't you? These men.
I realize
are
how
both
horribly
wonderful people, and so is Dusty.
Damn it. Because Dusty's cool, and I'm thinking, no, Dusty's
Of
too
course
cool.
Dusty's-
Dusty's too cool for me.
Oh.
He's too.
Nonsense. He's very cool, and you are very cool. Cooliness
Yes.
with my voice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I mean, I don't know, Dusty. Would you? You could still try to throw him in. I don't know. But in the meantime, we can talk about how another thing that we're gonna be doing while we watch Antony struggle with life, the universe, and
Life, the
getting
universe,
over
and
it.
everything. Yes.
Is apparently back in the olden days, you did a mailbag for your what did we do a Sonic video, but you only got about halfway.
Yeah.
So, conveniently, while Viva's here, hi Viva,
Oh yeah.
we will start with the questions that Antony didn't get to for his mailbag. So Silver, if you would like to proceed.
So starting with Viva, and I will do it with the most inappropriately offensive voices I can,
Oh jeez.
which is usually my voice. Why didn't you talk about how Sonic Adventure 2 is the greatest game of all human times, you giant fathead?
You giant fathead. That's right. That's the question. See, I made. Oh, come on! I'm having so much. I haven't mastered the orange. Oh, yeah.
Orange Bill.
So I'm making this stupid Sonic video, and I didn't. I got halfway. It took me too many months to make that stupid thing, so I gave up halfway. Much to the chagrin of no one. The thousands and thousands of people who wanted to see it.
I did want to see it, but I also wanted you to have like a decent blood pressure.
Oh yes.
So, conflict of interest.
Sonic Adventure 2, yeah. And is it Battle? We played a lot of that. My friends and I played a lot of that on the Cube, and that's a good one. It's like they cared. So that's my answer to that one. It's like, yeah, well, it's probably the best of the adventure format. Is it the adventure format? It's not. Oh no, let's do it properly. Do it properly, number one. Sorry, gotta get up this hill one day. Oh. No, do it properly. Okay. So, yeah, I guess it's like, yeah. Okay. I need a
Wow,
moment.
that's just intense.
Right?
You poke yourself off the mountain with the slightest twitch. And there's a way of doing it. That's the stuff. Look at that. Oh!
Look at him go.
Can you feel it? Can you? No.
I'm just kind of holding my breath. Make sure you don't trip at the finish line here.
Yeah, this point's not too difficult actually, but you stand to lose the most. I think
I'm more worried about that hand you're swinging on. That person's gonna lose a thumb.
No, he's fine. He
He's
agrees
got
with us.
He's got a thumb up his kettle right
No,
now.
nah.
I think that person's just cheering you on. Again, the thumbs up.
Yep, he likes what we're on about. You get your hammer caught in this point right here, and you can't just do a casual swing because it'll pull you against the mountain, then you'll bash yourself off the mountain trying to correct it. And this point here, I swear it's devised devilishly. I'll show you what happens if you don't do this just right. Yeah.
Hey, ha!
Bats!
In the
So-
belfry.
In the belfry. If you can manage to position yourself and angle yourself just so, you can.
Everybody's
rally
cheering
up.
you on in the chat.
See, the substance of what you're bouncing off can either be really slippery or really sticky. At some points, it's slippery because it's ice and it makes sense and it'll stuff you up. Here, the surface of the roof of this thing is super sticky, which you think would be great, except if I touch it here, that means that I just fall down again. So it's just perfectly insidiously bad. Always. So, come on. There we go.
The chat is being very supportive. They believe you can do it.
They know
Yeet. You can do it.
I got this. I got this. Oh yeah, I was thinking. My average time for this is about 13 minutes if I'm concentrating. That's my average. I've done it once sub 9, so. Hey, that's more like it.
Yay!
Come on, Betty, come on. Freaking okay. Do it properly, number 1. There we go. Yay!
Yay!
Oh. I gotta pace myself here.
All right,
Deep
throw
breath.
him another question.
Let's see here. Hugo XGC says, to be fair, it's not like the young fans are happy with the newest Sonic game. I mean, the big hit from the franchise now is a recreation of the old games for current console. That should tell you something about a franchise with over 30 games.
I had a big thing I was going to say about that, didn't I? What did I say? I think it's
No
like...
cheating, Antony.
What was the question? He says like...
Well, it's worse.
Oh
It's
yeah,
worse statement.
he's talking about Sonic Mania, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a freaking good point. Over 30 games, yeah. So yeah, a lot of people have just walked away from Sonic, I think is the answer to that question. And they like the old classic stuff. They like Sonic Mania. So take that, Viva. You take that, you stinking Adventure 2. I like Adventure 2. It's fine. I like the Chow Garden. Don't worry, it's my favorite part. But yeah, and I actually have on the system is Sonic Mania. I've enjoyed that to the end, and I did like it. So, but I think the most surprising thing about that comment when I first read it was 30 games. He has 30 games. Solid Snake doesn't have 30 games. That's insane.
Snake, Sonic has 30 games. 30 games?
30 games. Metal Gear. Oh. That's right, Snake. All right, now this is Anvil, by the way. Oh yeah, the gist of that, the point I was going to make was that how about you take the budget from the 30 games and cram them down all into like one awesome mega game. Make an awesome mega game, please. A detailed sandbox adventure. Sure. I like the adventures. I like the sandbox games and how cool Sonic could be if they just gave him a breathable, living, breathing, explorable world. Ha! Ah, son of a gun. And yet they don't. They'd rather spend a little bit of money making 30 games. And yeah, that was my point. Oh, come on.
Would you like to know what you typed out as a response to this answer?
Yeah,
or this question?
What did I say?
30 games. What, really? Ha ha.
All you put in there.
That's all I put in there.
You're like, oh, this is an extensive answer, and I look, it's like 5 words.
I like modern you's answer a little bit more than past you.
Yeah, right.
Past me's a jerk.
Past you was probably done with life about 5 times.
I don't want to answer any more questions about Sonic. Don't.
I don't want to go fast on this world anymore.
Did you notice what I know? There's probably 2 people in the chat who probably noticed me before scaling this mountain without touching the anvil. Did you see that? Did you see it, buddy? There it is. Look how awesome that is. Speedrunners don't do that. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so good at this game.
This game scares me now.
Basically.
Oh, get on board. Oh golly. So, okay, see, now this is too close, I think. Is it too close? No, I did it. I didn't do it. I suck. I suck. Ah! Bum. Okay.
You usually do that part really well, actually. Like, I'm impressed, because it gives me a heart attack.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, because you're like, basically, you throw yourself off of that thing blind, and just knowing that there's something that's gonna catch you. But I'm like, ah.
Yeah, well, you realize that if you get too close to it, where you can actually see it, then you're probably going to be leveraging yourself to go. I don't know if this might actually be too close, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that you're too close to it, you'll actually launch yourself past it. So you kind of got to do it blind, and learn how to land.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
And some of the people in the chat agree. It's very inspirational, but it's also scary.
So
That sounds a lot like life.
Yes! Thank you. This game will teach you all about life, children. It's not fair. No, it is fair. You're not doing it right, number one. You've got to be like Captain. Look, Captain Picard doesn't complain. He lost all his hair and he's 19. He doesn't care.
Well, to be fair, he also lost his heart. After that, I don't think hair. Yeah, he got a knife through the heart.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Tapestry. I remember that episode. Haha.
That's an awesome episode. Stab through the heart.
Oh.
And you're to blame.
You give Nausicaans a bad name.
Bad name.
Speaking of which, that's a Q episode. Q John Delancey. And John Delancey is no longer in the Pony Show. Oh no.
Who's not Discord? Oh no.
Oh, spoilers. Shaw.
Okay.
I mean, really, that's the only thing people are really talking about with Pony Life at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I haven't seen any of the Pony Life episodes, but I feel like I've seen enough stuff on Twitter where I don't need.
Oh, bum.
So Joey asks for all three of us. He says either, but he lists three people.
Hey,
so
how you doing,
any...
Joey? Hey, how you doing, Joey? It's Snake here. Yeah. I want to hear your question. Yeah. Anthony's gonna just stroke my chin while I listen to your question. Want to ride the snake, Joey? Come on.
Haha! Multiple entendres.
Multiple entendres right there.
I didn't mean it that way. Oh,
And
I'm
yet,
a
that's
dirty
how we're taking
bugger.
it. Oh, Joey. Size Riding the Snake asks, either of you played or ever heard of Happy Humble Burger Barn?
What?
I can safely say I haven't.
No, what's that?
I don't know. Joey will have to enlighten us. The Happy Humble Burger Barn.
Happy Humble Burger Bun, is that like from is that humble as in Humble Bundle?
It's yes, humble as in not proud.
Or modest?
Modest, yeah. Humble, modest, yes.
Humble Modest. No, I don't know. I've heard of Taco Truck Apocalypse or whatever it is.
Joey also, first he has one of his trademark traumatized emojis, and then says, I will need you to cease all usage of that voice. Referring, I'm sure, to your snake
Don't like
voice.
the snake? Don't want to... No, you don't want to... You don't want to ride the snake? Okay.
I think I just found Joey's personal hell. It's where everyone talks to him in that voice.
Hey, Joey.
That voice, making all kinds of double entendres. Speaking of
Joey.
which, Dusty says, no dirty buggering. Dusty, I love you, man, but when Silver and I get together,
Whoa! Whoa, what are you
I
implying?
don't mean it like that. I mean that both of us tend to make a lot of innuendos. Dang it!
Good lord.
Well then. My goodness.
What has this turned into? Ah.
See, this
No,
is
it's
where...
turned into you winning.
Ice. We're in space! Space.
The conversations like this are why Anthony is saying, I could have had Dusty Cat, dang it.
I could have had Dusty Cat. He'd keep him in line. Dang it.
I'm starting to not regret my decision. No. Well, no, a bunch of cool people are replied and like, oh, I have cool friends. That's right.
Yes, because you're a cool person.
Hey. All right, we did it.
So the eternal question of why I'm here, but yes, galaxies.
You guys are the coolest. No, don't you see? You're at the top of the pyramid, boy. Son.
Oh, you are with your ending here.
I did it. Getting over it with Bennett Font. Okay. Do we want to
I
do
know
it?
what buggering means, Dusty. Thank you. I lived in England long enough.
Okay, so let's check it out. Who wants me to break the sacred pact and show them the real ending?
Real ending.
The real
a
ending
secret
of this
pact?
game. Welcome to the top of the mountain.
Oh.
If you're alone, you can come inside and say hello. I'm only teasing. I would never do that to Mr. Foddy. It's very nice. So that took us half an hour. Holy moly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, see, this is the thing here. 97 wins. I've deliberately held off just for you guys. So we can have a decent stream and a decent chat. Let's do it properly now. Okay, focus. New game.
Well, Silver, do you want to throw at him another question?
Yes, I will. Let's see here. Manly Derp says, so what you're basically saying here is why can't we be there? Why can't we be in Sonic World? In, switches to all caps, this world, his world, where life is strong. In this world, his world, life's an open book. In this world, I don't know this song.
It's an actual song, isn't it? Yeah.
Probably.
I think that's one of those jokes where I'm doing a thing and I just look at the camera and I back away slowly, kind of thing. You know? Is that what I wrote?
All it says after this Sonic Utopia collection.
Sonic Utopia. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. That is. I didn't write an answer for that one because. Oh, Mr. Comedian in the comments section is writing a joke about how there's a song about Sonic's world or something. It's a song related to Sonic, and I don't know if it's official. And yeah, and I was not impressed. I was so
Viva
not
says-
impressed that I have to commentate on it.
Aviva says that's a Sonic 06 main theme, y'all.
Oh! That's
I'm
even
sorry,
worse.
I fell off the bandwagon with Sonic.
Yeah?
Sonic Adventure was the last Sonic game I really completed wholeheartedly. This was
Really?
fun. Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
But then, like, I tried some of the other Sonics, but I never inhaled. I don't know. I guess Sonic never swept me outside of the Sad AM cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, oddly enough, I'm more a Sonic fan for the Sad AM.
You like the set?
I was never on the bandwagon on this. The only theme tune I know is the Sonic X one, and I didn't even watch the show. It's just, it happened to be on, and that theme was super catchy, and then I had to turn off the television.
Gotta turn
I
off
go
fast.
I go faster, and I'd watch the whole opening theme, and then the people would start talking, and I just, nope.
Nope, I'm out.
I'm out. That was the most entertaining part. It's all downhill from here. Bye.
I used to feel that way about Minder. You ever watch Minder? Minder. It's a UK show?
I think
You
so.
should be so good to me. Do. No?
Was it followed up by Matter? So you have Minder over Matter?
I might have watched it if that had been the case. I would have loved
Would
the
have been
irony.
awesome.
I would have loved the pun.
This is why I should be an executive. Yes.
Why am I?
Yeah,
Why?
exactly. Somebody hire him.
But I love the little is it irony? Does it count as irony if Sweetie Bloom doesn't want to watch the cartoon show because Sonic starts talking?
Irony? It's
No.
not just Sonic. Actually, the person who would usually start talking that would annoy me would be the human kid.
Oh, yes.
Whenever he would come on screen and be like, and I'm done.
Is that Chris? Everybody hates
I don't
Chris.
know. I didn't watch the show long enough to know what the kid's name was.
Neither did I. Honestly, neither did I. You're telling me there's a Sonic cartoon show? Wow. Where Sonic talks? What a great concept. I'm not precious about Sonic talking. It's just like every time they give him an attitude, it's always this chili dog loving goofball, and I'm like, okay.
He was more of a snark talker in Sonic X, if I recall correctly.
Snark. Yeah, it's like, because he's got a lot to boast about, don't you know? He's naturally
Yeah.
gifted. He's blessed with natural talents, like a rich kid. And so he like a rich kid, he makes it known that he's the best. That's how it comes across. It's not true. I'm being mean, but you know what I mean. I didn't have any patience for it. I might have watched more than one episode than just the intro though.
Now see, the irony is that you're talking about not having the patience as you play this game.
As you play this, crazy patience-inducing game.
Yeah. That's weird, isn't it? That's a little bit weird. I'm a puzzle.
Pretty much.
Let's see here.
Well, you know what? Bennett Foddy's a nerd. He's a consummate nerd. He doesn't need to... I said I was going to do it properly, right? Didn't I? Okay.
Oh, well. You still will.
Alright, so we've actually got a few questions in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Amp asks me specifically if I watch Fruits Basket. Yes, I watched the original. I watched the first season of the reboot. I hear the second season is coming out. I haven't gotten up to date on those episodes as of yet. But yes, I'm a huge Fruits Basket fan. And some people in here need to watch it too.
Look, I'm sorry. The closest I've gotten to a Fruits Basket is Kamen Rider Gaim. That's one of his transformations.
There you go.
All his power-ups are fruit themed, so he gets the ultimate power. Fruits Basket.
Yeah.
That's as close as I've gotten.
I believe our mutual friend Ms. Jax likes that show.
Of course, anyone who's seen Fruits Basket usually, it's one of those shows. It's traditionally it's a shoujo. It appeals to girls, but it's got a lot of wisdom to partake in it, and I think that's why I love it.
A bunch of guys finding wisdom and insight and entertainment in something aimed at Patish Pashaw.
No. I mean, like all genders love Fruits Basket. Obviously, it was. When I say it's shoujo, I mean you're not going to see a lot of explosions.
No giant robot killer monsters.
No giant robot. There are monsters, but they're not giant robot variety.
You have my attention.
And they don't come up frequently. It's mostly schoolyard drama, I guess.
Well, that could be entertaining. Actually, I have a comment here that may tie into your earlier view on Sonic as the chili dog smart mouth.
Oh yeah.
Kind of guy. Xanthia Geist says, at this point, I think the snarky, cocky attitude is deeply embedded in the public's perception of Sonic. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. It'd be like Super Mario Goth or making Link speak.
Oh, I think I actually answered that question. What did I say in the video? Oh no.
Well,
yes.
You did point out that they did make Link speak, and his catchphrase was, "Excuse me, princess."
That's right.
Characters.
That's my point.
Yep.
Oh, God. This is actually infuriating now.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Don't you apologize?
I do appreciate that the subtitle says, "I only want the bitterness for coffee." Right as you're going, so...
I strongly recommend you watch the Let's Play of this. The rage is funny. It's the funniest thing on the internet. The people trying to get over this mountain.
It's what we call Schadenfreude.
And yeah, it's great. He's telling us about how an orange is sweetness wrapped in a bitter peel. That's not what I like. I like the peel. Just give me the peel. I like coffee. Life's bitterness, Give me the hard stuff. And I'm like, that's how I feel about a game, at least. I usually set the game. I'm the kind of strange bunny who will set the game to hard mode straight off. I'm like, well, it can't get any worse than this.
Oh, no, I never play hard mode, ever. Even in a game I love, I'm like, no, I like this game. I want to keep it that way. Do it properly, Antony. Come on, there are people watching. Be a good boy. No pressure or anything. They're just, how many people do we have? We got 60 people watching in the chat. No pressure.
Oh, marvelous.
So on that pressure, one of said viewers, Shitty the Little Leo, asked, Silver knows of Sat AM. How's the Archie comics?
Oh, I read the Archie comics for a good while. And loved them. I look forward to them. Then I fell out for a time, and then I would look back and I'd see like a very drastic change in the art style. and even the storytelling setup. Like suddenly, Knothole wasn't just this underground or hidden. It was the bunker. It was a full-fledged city. And I was like, whoa, what is going on here? And then they rebooted. And I'm like, no. I appreciate you want to get new viewers, but if there's one thing I learned from Spider-Man One More Day, is that when you ditch me halfway through your story, I'm going to ditch you just as fast.
Oh, well, don't watch the original Fruits Basket then, because they sort of did that. They didn't mean to exactly. It's one of those where they started the anime before the manga was finished. So so they ended the anime pretending that they had reached some sort of satisfactory conclusion, but all the fans were like, no, you didn't! There's so much unresolved here! So that's why everyone was so excited for the reboot, because they're like, we're actually going to finish the arc of the manga! And we're like, oh, thank God!
Well, yes, I'm sorry, I've got to ding Fruits Basket for some interest points.
That's why you can watch the reboot. Well, I don't know, the original's good too.
Nobody told me there'd be sound effects.
Yes, we did. We specifically told you that Silver has the sound effects.
Oh. Oh no. No! 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 Don't you
lose
dare!
socially and in the game. That's just insult to injury right there.
I think I'm actually
Literally.
counteracting Antony.
God, I'm doing this so well.
Cotton Mom gave us a challenge that I'm going to nix right now and say no. Because they ask, challenge, anytime Antony fails, he has to go faster. Do you accept? And I say no. The man's going through it.
I'm trying to go fast!
Enough as it is.
Gotta go
He's
fast!
going fast right now. Look at him.
Son of a...
I definitely don't need sound effects.
I know.
No!
Yes.
Oh!
Very much, very much.
Thank you. Come on. We got this. We can do. I'm the best. I'm the best.
You're definitely the best in this call right now.
You're the best.
This game.
Around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down.
No! I ran out of disk space. Hey, come here.
That's another part that would annoy me is the whole running out of desk space stuff.
It's pretty insane.
Actually, you just gave me a business idea. What if we had the desk extender?
Oh.
Can't get over it? Try the desk extender.
There you go.
With a naturally, dynamically morphing and mutating disk. That I can't think and play at the same time.
Well, on that note, then I'll throw another question at you.
Oh,
no! Alpha
You
Asylum
people.
93 asks,
You
have any of you read the IDW Sonic comics or taken a peek?
Ah.
I've taken a peek every now and again, but I can't say I've really sat down and read it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Stay there.
Do it properly.
I haven't. I'm sorry, I forgot I didn't give my own answer. No, I have not.
Why did I turn into mush? Why did it all just go away? I can't figure it out. You ever have one of those days?
Oh, yeah, I call it Tuesday.
Pretty much. But we're here for you.
That's okay.
Presumably to make things worse.
That's what this game's all about. Thank you.
Well, speaking of games, how about a question from Ye Old Past?
Yes.
Ye old past.
Let's see. And in honor of Joey, I'll try to express this in a creepy voice. My dear Antony C. I was wondering if you've ever heard of this interesting little marvel for digital engineering called Sonic Utopia.
It sounds like
It's very creepy. Okay.
If not, just type the words Sonic and Utopia into your YouTube search browser and tell us what you find. Ta-ta!
I did eventually. Don't ever do that again.
Now you know Joey's pain.
I'm sorry, Joey. I'm taking it back. No, it's fine. But I did actually. I have Sonic Utopia somewhere rolling around my machine. Just for this particular circumstance, I checked it out. Sonic Utopia is a fan-made thing, made in Unity, I suppose. It's horribly unoptimized. Makes my machine chug. But it's a fat son of a. Okay. No! Stop it! Okay. Okay, we got this. We're good. And it's fine. You know what it is? It's fine. It's a fine little fan-made thing. It's fine. There are actually quite a few good Sonic fan-made things out there that are actually in 3D. I think I had a comment that its scales are weird. Like the scale of it all is weird. You'll find a flower that's 5 feet wide, and it's just supposed to be a regular flower, that kind of thing. So it's like it's still got that giant overworld. The size of the overworlds is so big to accommodate Sonic's incredible speed, and that was something I was complaining about. It makes everything seems purposefully built to not have detail in it, if you know what I mean, because everything's too dang big. Sonic just goes too darn fast.
You gotta go fast.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You gotta go fast. That's all anyone knows about Sonic, right?
Faster.
I did not do that at all well.
Maybe.
You see the weird, unnatural position my hand is contorted into to get that to work right.
Oh, geez. You're gonna give yourself carpal tunnel with this thing.
No!
And should mention, Viva declared she'll have to head off, but may return later.
Yay!
So-
Bye! Sorry, thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Viva.
Okay. Oh dear. I was gonna say something and I've just lost it because my brain is
So,
occupied.
Joey also says, count your blessings, I'm not in there right now because I am prepared to shout not friendly things for that voice.
Don't worry, Joey. I'll keep it in reserve for the next time we talk.
Yay!
Okay. Thumbs up. Give me a great big thumbs up.
And then
big as
Silver never heard from Joey again.
Right?
Okay, we're good. Once you get the hammer past the point, you're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, everything's fine. It's okay. No.
A question for Silver and I, so Antony can take a break mentally, maybe. Asking if we've shipped anyone besides Silver shipping Lightning. The answer being yes.
My answer
very
being
much so. I've actually shipped a few IRL people who actually got together. That is not usually my MO, but every once in a while that happens. Also, Joey now dreads his waking. Yeah, a little bit. I really only have one major success, but you know. I am eager to get them down the aisle. I was like, no.
Okay.
Right.
Here we are. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, you go on.
I was just saying, this is the most difficult jump in the game. I don't care what anyone else says. This is it. You don't stand to lose a lot by failing, but you do stand to go crazy. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Sorry. Go on. Please continue. Don't mind the man in the rage box.
Ooh, that's what Microsoft should use for the next console. Forget this whole X stuff. Welcome to Ragebox.
Oh, did you notice that their latest series is called the Xbox Series X?
Wow, they are really thinking outside the box on that one.
I mean, literally, technically.
You know, what gets me is
Thing
that,
outside of the box is the X.
yeah, and now it has 3 X's in it. I know it's gotta be some weird, disgusting subliminal thing, right? They've got 3 triple X is in the title of the series now. It's like they couldn't they couldn't make it any more obvious. You'll never go broke appealing to the lowest common denominator.
You'll never rise up, though.
Yeah.
Never
right.
get over it.
Eh?
See what I did there?
I see what you
Ready?
did there.
Jared,
You.
Jared, who, by the way, is Jared Jenkins, one of our Wayfinder fans, asks Anthony if you've watched any of the Matt Pat theories on Sonic.
I think, you know what, I did watch one on how fast he goes. Yeah. How his actual speed is not, he's never broken the sound barrier. Yeah, I watched the one where Matt tries to explain how fast Sonic actually is. Does that count? Does that satisfy your lust for my Sonic knowledge?
Well, no. Silver, quick, give him another question from the Sonic video.
So, when are you reviewing Season 8 of Pony?
That wasn't a Sonic question, Silver. I give you one job.
That is.
You gave me a sheet to read from, and I read from the sheet. I am doing my job.
That was on my Sonic video. I'm like, what did I say? I think I actually did. I actually answered that one. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like.
I think your
did answer
intention, if
that. I made some comment about.
Oh yeah, that was the one with the whole. That was actually the really sweet answer with the whole friendship is magic, and then got everybody
yeah.
all misty-eyed.
I gave it
A
a.
picture of us in it. Now.
I said it wasn't as good as the gummy bears. Or no, yeah, I said it was better than the Ewoks. I think I might have only told Twitter this. I didn't want to make fun of because Pony was ending at that point, right? Get out of here, Hat. Okay, so Pony was ending.
You actually had you had two answers to that question. One you put on Twitter, which was snarky and
Yeah.
like I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And then because like Pony was ending and everyone was getting all sad stuff, you're like, okay, real answer. Ponies are okay, I guess. Friendship is magic and all that.
Yeah. I every so often I look over at the ponies and I think, yeah, I should. Oh, you know what? I never reviewed Diamond Dogs. I made a big brouhaha about how Diamond Dogs was terrible, and I never explained why.
Aww.
Well, it's still there to talk about whenever you choose.
Dog and Pony
I
show?
like a dog and pony show myself. It's one of the few episodes where I actually like Rarity.
Oh,
Rather, I
now
should
we're
say I like Rarity the most in that episode, as opposed to a lot of her other appearances.
Yeah.
Rarity's very hit and miss with me. Sometimes she annoys the crap out of me, and then sometimes in things like Dog and Pony Show, I'm like, there you go.
It can be
A+
done.
Rarity right there, yeah.
They kind of they had that was only season 1, right? They had to define
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't mind. I don't think I minded Rarity. But what got me is that the Diamond Dogs, they couldn't stand her, but they really should have minded Rarity much more. And it's like, is this a story about someone being kidnapped and your moral advice for them is to be as annoying as possible? Really? That's good advice, is it? You know, or if not forget even being kidnapped. It's like, are you like you're in a bullying situation where people are bullying you, and your advice is to be annoying? Okay. Well,
Honestly, there are times where the best, was like to be uninteresting, to be not worth their time, type of thing.
well, that would make sense, but that's not annoying. Rarity goes out of her way to whine and moan and complain, and I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. What is there national advice on what to do if you're in a situation like that?
I feel like the methods she used were particular for her situation. The general moral they were getting at was like Spike was like, oh, I've got to be the brave soldier to save the princess, because she can't use any physical prowess to get herself out of the situation. And then she's like, oh, I didn't need physical prowess. I just manipulated my way out of a situation. It's fine.
I suppose it helps that the Diamond Dogs were pretty dense.
Yeah, it works in the context of the show itself. and she's lucky, I guess, that they physically assault her, right? Ah, they physically assault her, but only once, and then they kind of say, "Oh, that was a bad idea. Let's not do that again." And it's like,
Yeah.
that's not really the way things work, is it?
Depends.
It's a show for kids.
Let's see here.
So I want to jump in and ask I think is a really good question for the three of us.
Yeah.
As you all inspire, this is from Patch the Reviewer. As you all inspire me, who or what inspired you to do YouTube?
Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Pasta.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. Well, why don't one of you go first? 'Cause I'm.
No.
I'll say right now
Almost
that
there.
he's going to call right now.
Oh.
He's trying to get over it. Silver as well, although technically Silver started after I did. His stuff was
Yes,
amazing, so.
Yeah, I'm.
Yes,
So go on.
I was a latecomer to what I would call the second wave of reviewers.
Oh yeah, I
it
was somewhere in the
those are the
early second
Digibrony,
wave.
Digibro.
Yeah.
I think Paleo Steno had the first.
Paleo. Yeah, Paleo was first. Golden Fox was around pretty long,
Yeah.
actually.
Golden Fox.
I think I hopped on the scene after like Give and Take.
I got a nice message from him. No, I got a nice message by proxy from Give and Take. One of the PCP fans said that he mentioned me in the stream, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. They still think of me. That's cool.
Yeah. You're cool.
Then look, they saw my Sonic movie review. And I'm like, oh, I'm not complete dog chum. Dog,
Oh,
dog.
ow,
Of course not.
oh, your head.
Stuff I have
just-
to deal with. Wonderful
just-
men being down on themselves. Good gracious.
Oh, you just banged your head. Oh, I did.
We're in space now, boy.
Hey.
Oh, ow.
Space.
I smacked my knuckle on the.
Oh,
very, very badly. Oh.
Ah, dude.
Don't do
I
it.
almost called you girl. Just,
You go,
some
girl.
peroxide on that.
Oh.
Hey, that should be it. Oh,
Galaxy.
oh my gosh, there's like 90%.
Well,
Did we do any
to
better
answer
than? Not much better. All right. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna do it for real. Now we're gonna be super serious. We're gonna do
It's
it.
just me. You have no idea what that sounds like on our end.
No. Let me get back into my pot full of suspicious liquids. My spittoon. I can't believe you call it a spittoon. I'll never not be able to think of it as that now. Because we used to have one that was. We had an actual spittoon that was that color.
Yes.
Oh, I'll have to get a picture of it. If I see, I think we still got it somewhere.
Anyway, innuendos aside, Silver, wanted to answer the question.
My
Yeah.
inspiration.
Who are your
Well-
inspirations?
Well, actually, I say this with no sarcasm. It was Antony C.
Oh, get out of town. Get out of town.
I remember watching your review of It's About Time, where you drew attention to how Spike was lack of care for the present. Or, no, lack of care for the future and only enjoying the present. Twilight was too much about worrying about the future and at the expense of the present. And then that hidden third perspective of Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie, yes. He had the perfect appraisal of the
Yeah.
of time. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's very nice.
Yes, and I thought that made me think, oh yeah, you can offer a lot more insight in these videos than I think people always give credit. Up until then, I'd mostly just been seeing if reviewers liked or disliked, not what new ideas might they present.
Oh, no, see, actually, for me, I got into, honestly, the whole reviewer fandom as a whole. Long story about how I got involved in the Brony Facebook page for my college, but at some point on the Facebook page, they put the Canterlot Wedding review on there, and they time-stamped the very end where you go on the tirade about like Princess Luna's secretly still Nightmare Moon stuff at the end, and I just watch it and go, what? Like, hold on, you just like make an existential conspiracy theory about a pony show? That's hilarious. I love it. And that just got me into the whole fandom. Oh, the whole analysis fandom, I should say.
All right. We're a weird bunch.
We are, but that's part of the fun.
And a funky.
Exactly.
We're a funky bunch. Let's see.
And let's see. I will say, in terms of humor and skits, I had been enjoying the Nostalgia Critic for a good while at the
Yeah,
time.
I
So
think-
that was a.
Yeah, and as much as everyone's changing the channel, he kind of did sort of set the bar. Sort of gave us a bit of an inspiration. Actually, no. I guess in as much as he sort of gave voice to Spoonie. I love Spoonie. Still love Spoonie. I'm worried about him. But you know, the Spoonie one, and all those channel
Yes.
awesome people. I still watch not Nostalgic, you know, Lindsay Ellis, right? And that's where it started. All those guys. I think they're inspirations for me. Spoonie, JonTron, Lindsay Ellis. I made a reference to her in the last video I was in.
Hmm?
So, yeah. I don't think it was a very good reference. I was saying something like, what did I say?
I remember.
Come
Something
on.
about making her upset about something.
Yeah, no, that's right. She has a great video series called, I think it's a feminist reading of Michael Bay's Transformers, and it's called it's
God.
called The Whole Plate.
Oh yeah, the
Let's
whole
eat the
plate.
whole
That was
plate.
it.
And I made a bad reference to that in my video. You know what? Let's do this.
I'm simultaneously intrigued and fearful of what she would say about a Michael Bay movie from a feminist perspective.
Yeah, it's well, it's what you'd expect. He does. She goes into a good in-depth thing on the whole. You know, it's more than just one feminist reading, but it's fascinating.
Then
movie
Antony has
series.
a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Also,
movie.
several folks,
Yep.
several people, I think, are remembering what you said. Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, that's her
Oh, that's a
catchphrase.
Lindsay Ellis thing. Yeah, that's her catchphrase.
Actually, I think that's just an internet catchphrase, but she's borrowed it.
Yeah,
for her.
I think it's an internet catchphrase, but she is usually the star of the meme a lot of the time.
Yeah. So yeah. And I hated something about the Sonic movie. Oh yeah, that yeah. Sonic in the Sonic movie is this apologetic Gary Stu. He's you know, I guess, you know, he's a superhero. He's always been kind of in danger of being a Gary Stu, but in that movie, it kind of wants him to have a moral or growth story, but it doesn't give him one. You know, except for I'm afraid. Except for I'm so powerful and I shouldn't have to hide how powerful I am. I are the greatest. And I'm like, that's the only thing he had to learn? How great and powerful he already is? Okay. That's what a wonderful moral for the kids.
Yeah.
The great and powerful Sonic,
Yeah.
who
Don't
will
worry,
now
kids.
have peanut butter crackers instead of chili dogs.
Peanut butter crackers?
It's a Trixie meme that came up later on in the franchise.
Oh yeah.
I'll take your word for it, sir.
Please do.
Oh, this is very frustrating. Come on.
Oh.
Next question.
Oh, you haven't answered it, sir.
Oh, what have I not answered?
Your
Inspired you.
inspiration?
Oh, what? My inspirations? I did say. JonTron. Oh, I gotta say, since we're all in having a great big love-in, a disgusting great big love-in. No, first time I heard Silver, I'm like, oh, I've got to step up my game.
That was my thought.
Listen to that
Like I
voice.
said, he came like into the fandom after I did, and then I'm like, oh snap, this guy's amazing. Holy crap!
He's gonna leave us all in the dust.
I've been doing this for a year, and he's already. Oh, jeez, never mind. Why bother?
Oh, no, don't say that. I don't want to think I actually discourage people from trying.
Give up. Why bother? The guy is here.
We've got Silver Quill. We don't need anything else. It's fine.
Oh God, I've become an existential crisis.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun. And you've been doing a podcast. You're fresh from a podcast before this one, aren't you, Silver?
Yes, I'm pleased that several people came with me.
Oh, cool.
A lot of people were like, I just came from Silver's stream. What's up?
That is.
What?
There's
What's
actually a
up?
child on that slide. I never noticed before.
Oh, the child. Yes. Do tell us.
Wait,
It's
there's
kind of frightening.
child? What?
Do
Okay.
you want to see the
take
child?
it. Well, I'm trying to take advantage of the delay in the stream, just to see
That's why we had him screen share in the thing. Oh, to see the
to see it in
delay.
replay. This is instant. Oh my God, there is a child.
What am I doing here then? I'm doing deliberately badly. It's fine. I meant to do that.
Deliberately. It's our fault. We're giving you the handicap.
You've seen the child.
Yes,
You've seen the
we're
child.
distracted.
We've seen the child. It's fine.
The child. You remember Ghostbusters 2?
Oh
I
yes.
actually never got around to seeing it. I should have, but I didn't.
Why? It's so good.
Because I don't think I was going to theaters at the time. I think I was poor. I was very poor to see films at the time.
It was in the early 90s, wasn't it?
Oh, Ghostbusters 2, I thought you meant the remake. Oh, then I think I've seen the sequel, I think. It's been a long
Oh.
time ago, but I clearly don't remember.
Lots of slime, feeling groovy. Higher and higher becomes an even cooler song.
Oh, it's great.
Maybe I've only seen the first one.
They pour this what is it called? It's a psychoreactive gel or something like that. And they pour it on the Statue of Liberty, and brings things to life. And they got like an Atari controller or a Master System controller attached to the Statue of Liberty, and they go marching downtown.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but that does sound vaguely familiar.
Oh no!
Higher and higher.
Yes! 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 Come on! I want to do it properly. I would love to do this properly. I'm such an. I've spent far too much of my life on this stupid. No! Alright. I apologize, everyone, for losing my cool.
I have a question that actually has been asked a couple times. If Bunny is ever coming back, or are you selling her feet online?
Oh, Negative Nelly.
Bunny, I assume they're talking about Nelly, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, golly. I would love for her to come back. I keep trying to shove her into any project that I'm doing currently. So really, really want her to come back. But at the moment, I'm working on something original with a brand new Bunny character, who is part of the same family. So you might see her again. It's funny because she's deliberately named Negative Nelly, after the trope. But she represents a whole portion of my life where I was really negative. I'm like, how do I channel my negativity in a humorous way? But I realized that was reviewing for me I was kind of feeling kind of toxic. I was really I can't review something without feeling hate in my heart. So I just I kind of had to back off, and that's why I upload every 17 months. Because I don't like hate culture. I don't like the internet. There's a it's very, very entertaining, but there's like people commodifying hatred on the internet, if you notice. And it's like, I think somehow reviewing things, it's wonderful if you're like Matthew Matosis or Silver Quill or someone who can do the thing properly and do a neat dissection, I think. But you know, back in the day, I was inspired by the rage people like Yahtzee and Spoonie and so on. I thought that's a cool game. I want to play with that because it feeds into how bad I was feeling at the time. It's like, oh, the world is awful, right? Oh, it's miserable, blah, whatever. But I don't want to think about that. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll escape into some artwork, and oh no, even the artwork sucks now. Oh, how dare the artwork suck? I'm gonna complain about that. You know, nothing's good. Oh, you know, and typical fashion. I'm just overthinking it. And if you're in a bad place, as I was, you're in a bad place. My mother was sick. You know, I had sort of home life problems. Then perhaps reviewing things is going to reflect that, and you run the risk of generating more toxicity, of getting into the mode of being perpetually angry. And I am a very critical person most of the time. It's what they call a 1 on the Enneagram. I'm a dismissive. My big sin is dismissiveness, and I don't appreciate what's in front of me that may be good. I have a billion games on Steam, and I'm only playing the one that makes me angry, right? It's like, well, nothing's good. You know, of course nothing's good, because I'm generating the attitude. Like, you got to flip a switch inside your head that says, appreciate, come on, you can do it. What's good in the moment? And it's funny how a game of being angry, like being Yahtzee or Spoonie or someone like that on the internet, can turn into a serious problem. And I know that sounds crazy, but I feel so sad for Spoonie at the moment. It seems like, you take a look at Spoonie and his Twitter, you can see how he's very sad. He seems to be sick and sad, and it hasn't helped, is the point. The bad attitude hasn't helped, and I realized, and that's not criticism of Spoonie. That's like reflection of me. I realized that's exactly what I am. I bought into the idea that, very much so, that bad movies and games deserve to be hurt back, which used to be the tagline of his website, right? Bad movies and games deserve to be hurt back, and I've been slowly coming to realize, no, they don't. They deserve a pat on the back, because it's kind of a miracle anything gets made. And I kind of learnt that, I got the big lesson as I tried to make original artwork of my own. It's a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. And it is a pain in the heart and the soul, and it all came to a head for me, actually, crazily enough, in 2017 when we went to BronyCon, and there I am trying. I have my own panel and stuff, and it was really fun. I know what I'll do. I'll provide some, make some production value for the panel I'm on. So I'll finish this Equestria cartoon show that we've been making forever, and agonizing over. And I grit my teeth, and I bear on it, and I cry real tears of blood, sweat, and tears, and all that sort of thing to make this show that was killing me, because it's very silly, it's like a pony parody show, but it was actually really quite hard work and very like expensive and time laborious, and so on. And I realized it kind of started out with the premise of which was, how hard is this? Come on, you guys, you're making this pony show. How hard is it to make a show that makes sense? Come on. And I would learn. It's pretty flippin' hard. And then we do BronyCon, which was a miraculously huge success. It was lovely. You guys were great. All the bronies were great. It was wonderful, experiencing Baltimore, Philly, New York, all of the United States. Such an experience. I'll have to
and my terrible tour of Hollywood.
Your terrible tour of Hollywood. Hey, we saw the Hollywood sign eventually. We found it
from a Denny's parking lot.
Denny's. We drive around for 45 minutes looking for anywhere you can see the Hollywood sign in Hollywood. It's more difficult than you'd expect.
Especially when freaking Griffith Observatory is closed.
Oh, yeah,
We spend forever and a half in a traffic jam going up the mountain, and they just have us turn around and go back down the mountain.
They were filming La La Land or something.
Some nonsense. They were probably filming something up there, and we're like, okay.
That was the weirdest thing. We go up the mountain, and it's like there's this massive line up the mountain, people walking faster than us driving, right? Up the mountain, and we get there, and they're like, nah, sorry, mountain's closed. And you're just like, minutes and minutes of our lives just, what? Nah, sorry, it's closed. And you're like, okay, bye. And you drive down the mountain, and then at the very end of the mountain, there's a guy going,
The tree.
there's one cop at the end of the mountain going, yep, leave. And you're like, there's only one exit! What else were we supposed to do? Anyway.
Dusty says Questria holds up to this day, man. It's all good. It's that good.
And I love him. I love you, Dusty. Thank you. I look back on that. I couldn't read the comments for a long time. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this. The comments are all so sweet. And I'm like, oh, you guys. I love you guys. And it was like, I'm happy with we're very happy with what we made. Sorry we couldn't finish it properly. There was what you saw was.
We did finish it properly.
Yeah, we kind of cauterized it. We cut it off and burnt it off at the end there, and said, yeah, that'll do. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
there were supposed to be for the audience, 3 parts that we did of Questria was supposed to be part 1 of 3.
Yeah, it would have been 5 to 9 episodes.
Parts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Possibly 9, no less than 5 episodes.
Oh, Dusty just watched it a month ago.
There's actually someone asked me recently, what happened in this story? What happened afterwards? And I actually wrote out the synopsis of what we'd gotten so far. So if you're interested, go to part 3 and look up my very long response to the story. It was supposed to be so epic.
But you're being too hard on yourself, which, by the way, with Speedy here as well, it's like, great, now there's 2 of them.
There's 3 of them, sir. Don't you pretend you're not involved.
I have plausible deniability in that I am denying it like all get out.
Nice.
Yes, that was Clutter Step. It wasn't Silverquill.
Well, it was, but it wasn't.
Actually, the funny thing is, I kind of remember that decision. I like to call it the reverse senpai notice me moment. It was kind of funny because we were going through the whole what do we do Equestria, and it's like, okay, well, and Antony's like, okay, well, he uses the Fausticle, and he's like, but at the time, hippogriffs don't exist in Faust universe, so he has to become a pony. And then Antony was like, but that means we have to make a pony OC Silverquill. And I go, well, why don't we just use Clutterstep? I just hear, read my comics? Like, yes. Like, she reads my comics. Yes. You can use Clutterstep. It's fine.
We got a couple of comments like that. They're like, hey, it's Clutterstep.
Yes, that's the OC I've neglected for far too long.
Okay,
here we go. Now I'm being hard on myself. I haven't created
I told
enough
you. I
content.
told you.
Alright, I have plausible admittance now.
Dusty says it was epic. He got to do some comedy, and he never gets to do comedy.
all right. Really? I don't think so.
I think like Dusty's usually the straight man, and like he's in comedies, but a lot of the time I think people put him as a straight man. But he was the Don Quixote in Questria.
Yeah, he was our adventure seeking.
I was the Sancho Panza.
Windmill tilting.
My name was Inigo Montoya.
We had to come up with the end of that one. We had to come up. What was the end of Dusty's arc? We didn't get. He got an adventure. He got eaten by a dragon. That's satisfying enough. And he got all of KP's truffles. Yeah, that'll do.
Hey, that'll do.
That's a hero's journey. It's fine. I think he becomes.
I think we had to throw on like a last bit scene between me and Dusty to try to wrap up his story arc.
What rap we did.
Nicely done, nicely animated. That whole sequence at the very end, everything after Spike, everything after Stephanie going to Tartarus, was animated by Viva Reverie.
On the plane.
On the plane ride over. Because I'm like, I don't have enough for the con. I'm sorry. I'll just have to tell everyone. We'll have a Q&A or something afterwards. He's like, nah, hold my beer.
It was a very hold my beer moment. Like, and she's like, I can't do it. We can't finish it in time. And she was just like, just give me the files. I'll work at it on the plane. It's fine. Oh snap. Okay.
Thank you, little lady. But yeah, so we're all sitting in the hotel room afterwards, and here I am realizing, man, I've judged these people poorly. Creating original stuff it's work, it's a job, and to do it to a time limit. I had 2.5 years, and they got to do it like you got to make an episode in a month. It's just nuts. It's like, ugh.
No.
So anyway, we're in the hotel celebrating afterwards, and the actual Pony Show releases that one episode, if you remember.
Oh yeah, the
Fame and misfortune.
Is that what it is?
misfortune. Yes.
Yeah, where Twilight's diary comes to light and it's accidentally published or something.
Not accidentally, intentionally.
Intentionally.
Published.
Oh, okay. And everyone's
But
like,
everyone gets obsessive over it.
right. They all start going nuts. And 99, we're nearly there. 23 minutes. That's getting a little better. So
Woo,
we're watching this
time.
thing, and there's actually a moment where there are people like no wings. You know, like there's that the balloon with the no wings, and I swear I've drawn that actual thing in my reviews. I'm like, no wings, thanks. No princess alicorns, none of that, because everyone
that was an anti-rarity balloon.
Oh right, I thought it was like they didn't want Princess Twilight to be a.
I mean, they didn't. They did make that reference of Twilight was better before she got wings.
Right,
They
right.
did throw that in there.
Well, thank goodness. I don't have to sue anyone then. But no, it's like these are all the comments I've been making in my toxic, angry way, and feeding the beast, as I call it. Feeding the demon in your chest. And I'm like, that's no good. I've misjudged the whole thing, and really like the A game, like as Teddy Roosevelt said, all glory goes to the person in the arena, all bearing the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune and covered in mud, blood, and sweat and tears. And as fun as it is to criticize, it's like those magnificent people deserve a lot more respect than my hatred, than my bad mood. So yeah, it was kind of a wake-up call at that point for me. So I've been doing original stuff, trying to make an original thing, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah,
I personally always.
and that's
find it
what's
funny
happened
that
to Nelly.
you were like, basically, and it's. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I think my internet was going in and out. It's funny that you're all down on yourself for being so negative when honestly you're one of the more positive influences on the community.
Yes.
Oh, it's like Google says, don't be evil.
Well, it says you were never evil in the first place. What?
Maybe I just have a bad self-appraisal. I don't know.
Well, we're
I'm not
off
going
on
to tell you.
Sorry.
Ed?
Well, we're often the harshest critics towards ourselves.
That's it, really.
Play this group.
And that's the thing.
Yes, we have a gift for it.
Yeah, and it's being a critic of any kind is like you fail to have a go. It's important to just have a go, have fun. Right? I gotta remember that. If what I think doesn't live up to my standards, it's not beautiful enough or whatever. It's like, yeah, have a go, have fun. Don't hate yourself for not getting over it. Ah! Don't hate the player, hate the game.
The sin, love the sinner. Oh, Silver, you want to throw another Sonic question at us? A little
Yes, I
bit change
do.
of pace after all the.
After all these, well, this is again more a statement, but it's an interesting one. Count Monspaco says, I never actually realized that Majora's Mask handled 3D Sonic better than freaking 3D Sonic. I don't know anyone who didn't have a blast rolling around the world at high speeds as Gore and Link.
That was my point. I made that joke at the end of the Sonic video. But yeah, man. How easy would it be? They did it.
Balloon! Oh no, it's it.
That is the third time I've ever actually done that legitimately, fallen down that hole. You're here for history.
Here for history. Well, this is history. It's your 100th time.
Oh, this is it. This is it, boys and girls.
This is it, children.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Ugh.
Oh, can I just say that with Majora's Mask, those transformations were terrifying.
That's the point.
I mean, I'm just like, what happened to playing the ocarina for happiness and dancing? And now suddenly the world's gonna die, the moon has a face, and Link is screaming at the top of his lungs when he puts on a mask. I'm afraid of Hyrule!
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the strange statue? There's the strange statue thing. Oh, someone in the chat knows what I'm talking about. The strange statue thing.
Statue thing. Come on,
Yeah,
chat.
apparently that game gets a lot creepier. You think you know creepy.
Is that the creepiest Zelda game ever made? I wonder?
Possibly, because there's
Very
a
likely.
theory going around that that in the entire time when Link was actually dead, that's some sort of afterlife.
Termina?
Termina, yeah, Termina, yeah, the
What,
land
that's
of
what?
yeah, the land of Termina, and that it's some sort of afterlife or purgatory or something for him. Yeah, he's not actually among us anymore. This is the same Link from Ocarina of Time, but he didn't survive. Ooh.
Well, actually, that is one of 3 timelines outlined
Elegy of Emptiness? Choose?
Elegy
I'm
of
just reading out.
That might be.
Elegy of Emptiness statues. That's what.
Yeah.
Ah.
And there's one for Link. Is that right? He's got one. And that somehow means he's dead. He doesn't know it.
I mean,
He's Bruce Willis.
there is a timeline where Link lost, and that's where you get flooded Hyrule
All right.
from Wind Waker. Yeah.
Wind Waker. All right. Oh my gosh. Ew. He got shunted into this B universe, Morty. Marty.
We're in a Pringles ad, Morty.
Come on. That's it. No. The closer.
Why does that top hat remind me of Willy Wonka?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's purple.
Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka.
Oh, not that one. The good one.
Oh yeah. That's
Don't let Josh hear you say that.
It's the. Oh, does he like the dip?
We respectfully disagree on that one. Yeah.
Does
mean,
Mr. Scorcher Man like the dip? Willy
Likes
Wonka.
the depth, yeah.
Oh,
Funny thing
he's so-
is, like, first part is so much closer to the book, and then they go off the freaking rails.
Oh.
Well,
Basically,
But-
anything involving Christopher Lee in that film had nothing to do with the books.
Oh, I thought because that's about his dad, right? The whole arc of his
Like
getting back with his
it
father?
actually was very close to the book, right up until Charlie goes, "Can I bring my whole family?" In the book, his response was sure, and he even finds a way of like extending the glass elevator so it can fit the whole bed with his grandparents in it and all that. Like he went out of his way for Charlie Bucket to have his whole family there with him.
That's
Then,
insane.
like, so I'm watching the film, and then he goes, "No, of course not. You can't bring your family."
Why
and
would
I'm
you
like,
want
"What?"
that?
Right? And then it goes into the whole backstory of Willy Wonka, and I'm like, what? What
Oh
is
no. No, come on. No. Yeah, no.
Oh, yep.
Got it, you got it, you got it.
Oh,
You
my
got this.
My bum is going to sleep. Change. Ow.
Never did explain about that. Hey, exactly.
I've gotten so much use out of that one button. I've used it to push all the
Welcome.
other people's buttons.
All right.
But yes, I'm afraid Brando-chan has sunk to new depths.
Brando-chan?
That's what I call
Brando-chan.
Josh when I'm trying to be annoying.
Oh, Brando. He's Brando-tron now.
It was
Oh,
from
John.
one of our shipping I think. At some point we just went all on him and called him Brando-chan.
Come on, do it.
You cease my destruction.
It's not that.
Oh, do you want to see if
Difficult.
you can throw another one of the questions or statements?
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got.
If we've got any more, I mean.
Oh, I'm doing
Know where
this
you're
well.
at.
Well, let's see here. Insufficient D8A says,
What?
That is quite literally what he says, yes.
I know
Although
I had to have written that there, but what was I on?
You have no response for it either.
No, that's apparently what it said. And I appreciate that
Oh.
this person. Yes, that's the name of the game. Apparently, this person also took the effort to capitalize some of the A's, add punctuation marks, and even one of those weird AE combinations that are native to some languages.
Umlauts. I see one of the A's has an umlaut on it.
Over that.
A couple of them do. It's there's a lot of effort put into that one.
I think my initial reaction, I remember now, and my initial reaction was also, what is this? Why is there's always one? And I was gonna make a joke, I don't know if it's worthwhile, ruining the joke, but I was gonna make I was gonna do one of my patented getting away from the camera, walking around bits, like where I'm doing something in the world sketches with that. Just to make fun of the most silly, innocuous comment, you know, like I'm gonna magnify the weirdest, dumbest, stupidest comment there is in my comment box, with this massive, long, overly produced thing, and I was actually kind of looking forward to it. I was gonna set it to 9 Inch Nails Quake theme, because that has the in the background, and I was just gonna do this thing with lights, and it was gonna be great. Oh, that was gonna be great. So, yeah, it defies description. I'm sorry.
It was gonna be epic, guys.
But you guys didn't like my
You know.
mailbag video enough, so I do, you know. You don't get any dessert.
Well, here. How about something that doesn't involve incoherent screaming? Olio H says, only criticism of this video is that you meant open world instead of sandbox. And no, they're not interchangeable. An open world game might be restricted based on your level of in-game progression, but it allows you to explore accordingly within the limitations set in place for the mechanics and game logic. A sandbox has no exploration restrictions and emphasizes the use of its mechanics to see every nook and cranny of the world map, but may suffer from a lack of direction and get bogged down in quantity rather than quality.
Okay, a quick question from anyone watching. Did that make any sense to you?
Not
We
really.
just
I
got-
was
we
mostly
got-
paying attention to Silver's melodious tones, really.
Right, we got the world's best voice to say the most nonsense. Sorry, much respect to whoever lovely person who commentated. What the fudge are you talking about?
Well, if I may, I think I kind of get what they're going for.
Yeah, do tell.
Let's have some game comparisons. Let's talk about a game like, oh, dang it, the game with Aloy. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right. I'm aware of that
Then-
game.
Well, in that you can only go certain places early on, and as you gain abilities and strengths, you unlock the map. You
Right.
learn to move about, and as a result, there's a feeling of satisfaction as you gain access to this world, where you become a more empowered individual, and therefore your mobility within the world increases. Now, contrast that against a game like Destiny or Destiny 2, where by and large you can pretty much go anywhere on the map right off the bat. You may have to fight it out a little harder with enemies, but you can fight your way through it. That is just, well, the world is handed to you on a platter, and as a weird consequence, very little of the time does it feel earned.
It doesn't feel earned, you say?
Yes, it's there, you have it right off the bat. Your character, a level 1 who should be stealthing his way past enemies rather than trying to fight them, is instead, here we are. The one.
We're at it. We're at it.
We're nearly
Speaking of freedom,
Hey.
you are
Taking
free
my
floating.
time. Yeah. Well, we can do this. I've still got to ride the snake, everybody. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, we didn't do it yet. Oh, continue, Silvers.
Well, I think you're about to go galactic on me. I don't want to talk over this monumental win.
Oh, yep, here we go. All right.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's 100 times the hay. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I'm going down the road feeling glad. Oh, wonderful. What was my end time there? Hey, that's not so terrible.
Yeah,
That's
especially
really
when you have
well done.
internet weirdos distracting you.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. Oh, you can't because there's an internet in the way. 100 win. That's
You
awesome.
gotta screen cap that.
Go, hang on, print screen.
There you go.
Wonderful.
There it is.
Thanks, everybody.
Woo!
So, but basically, I think when someone says sandbox, it's just you're handed to it right away, and it's there, it's yours, but you haven't really earned it.
Right.
Open world, well, the world is always open, but you are limited in your ability to get to it.
Limited in your ability to. Oh,
To
okay.
get over it.
But wait a minute. So that's sandbox.
Well, that's open world. It's
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Let's see. Open world.
Because I remember, like, they how would you describe Grand Theft Auto, right? Because it originally started out, and I think it still is this way. It's described. Oh, what the fudge? Okay.
You're
It's-
balancing on coffee.
Yeah, you're bouncing on the coffee cup there for a second.
Most Starbucks baristas train years to get that level of power.
No, I feel like that's also a metaphor for life. Your life is hanging on a coffee cup,
Balancing on whether or not you can get your fix.
basically.
Yeah, because Grand Theft Auto was described as a sandbox game from the start. So I was like, I think it might be splitting hairs a little bit there. Grand Theft Auto, there are moments that are locked off for the player. The player doesn't get to do anything with them until they've achieved certain things, right? Whole islands can be locked off. And that's what we used to call, back in my day, we called it a sandbox.
Yeah, so I think they're saying back in their day that's considered open world, I guess.
Well, terminologies change sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's
I kind of get what they're going for, but in the end, I can't really see Sonic being like, oh, I can't get there. No, Sonic's the kind of guy who says, no, I will get up there. I just have to try it a different way. Bit like get over it.
getting over it.
Get over it. Get over it. Get over it.
And we've got a bunch of people in the comments agreeing is like sandbox equals you can do anything now, open world equals you can do anything eventually.
Lord, love a duck.
Well, I mean,
Back in my day.
I guess which would benefit Sonic better, I guess is the question.
Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good idea.
Would you restrict his movements so that he could get strength over the game? or open world so that you could have the thrill of free exploration?
I'm of the mind that the only things that should restrict you are the things which are organic to the story, to the story and the character, right? I mean, if your character can't fly, then he shouldn't be able to, freaking fly, go where you need wings to get to. But, and story should dictate organically. Let me just do this properly. Story should dictate organically where things are, and that if you have the choice, like Breath of the Wild, right? It should be very much go anywhere you want. Take on the final boss right away if you want, but you can't. You probably won't get very far because organically you haven't done what's necessary to. You haven't got the tools yet. You haven't got the knowledge, right? I remember, like, if you ever played Ground Zeroes, like Metal Gear Solid 5, also really good game. But Ground Zeroes is like a Metal Gear 5 starter pack where you get to run the entire map. You have 3 or 4 objectives in the entire map of this prison facility, right? The first time I played it took me 2 hours, but lo and behold, you get faster and faster at it, and you can do it in your own way, in your own exactly how you want, right? And there's sure enough speedruns online where someone clocks the whole thing in 5 minutes, right? So it's like it's nuts. What does that qualify? That's open world, would you say? It's that's open world gameplay.
I'm also seeing a lot of comments in the chat that open world and sandbox actually do overlap. But
I'll get there yet.
there's the child again.
Oh yeah, what did you want to see? See the child?
You saw the child. It's okay.
I saw the child on the instant replay on the swing, and it's just like, where are his parents? This is not a safe environment. Where's the playground supervisor? I'm tempted to write a very angry letter to someone. I don't know who.
Only who?
Right.
Got a male
Doctor
Karen
Who?
over here. Exactly.
I will write it to the snake.
Yes.
We're gonna see
Link
the
to the
snake. Don't worry, I'll ride the snake now.
It's Joey's favorite character.
Apparently,
Yes.
yeah. Oh,
Hey, just for you, Joey. Gonna visit Mr. Snake.
Joey asks all three of us if we have. Hold on, let me actually get back to the question to get his exact wording. Have any of you thought of welcoming our Lord and Savior's Sam and Max freelance police into our lives? I think you covered that for me, Jojo. I think you love Sam and Max enough for everybody.
I have played the original back in the day. Way back in the day. And I don't know any more than that. They're remaking everything these days, right? No.
Max, I don't know if it's like ongoing or what have you. I guess that's a Joey question, not for me.
Yeah, it used to be a LucasArts thing, and there's no LucasArts anymore.
Joey, son, I was reading Sam and Max cartoons before your diapers were quivering in anticipation.
Okay then.
So, I found the Sam and Max Easter egg in Dark Forces by cheating. Yes, I did.
Oh jeez, funny.
I think my voice just sent him over the edge, literally.
I was thinking
Literally.
about quivering diapers. You had me thinking about quivering diapers, and I couldn't even. What the fudge?
Joey says this is why I keep my doors locked at night.
That's a turn of a phrase right there.
Well, I'm glad I could give you a memory and Joey some nightmares.
Something's coming. I'll tell you what, it's either Sam and Max or you don't want to know what. Now, darling.
Well, yeah, get a load of that.
Joey says my diapers did not quiver.
I'll take your word for it.
I had manly diapers.
Gee. All right.
So, but yeah, I remember Sam and Max comics. I didn't really catch the cartoon that much, but I did read the comics. Yep, Fox had a cartoon on Saturday mornings. Back when Fox had Saturday mornings.
No.
After the Cartoon Network came along and basically killed Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
Well, basically, yeah, the focus shifted to entire networks devoted to cartoons, so
Alright.
you couldn't compete with that. I mean, but Saturday morning cartoons were a sacred time for me.
It was very hard on me who didn't have cable growing up.
I'm sorry.
Everything was moved to cable, and I got nothing. Got PBS. It's all I had.
Did PBS have cartoons?
It had child programming. That's all I could ask for.
Oh,
Bill
of course
Nye,
it has
so I guess that.
Bill Nye and Sesame Street. And Mr. Rogers.
Oh, Mr. Rod. Oh, please tell me you've seen the... Please tell me you've seen the documentary "Won't You Be My Neighbor."
Oh, I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, then I encourage you both to do so. It is okay. I saw it at a movie theater, the Alamo.
Yeah.
And and it's one of those places where they bring you food while you're watching the movie. But as I'm coming in, all the little tables have tissue packs on them.
Oh.
And I'm like,
they know
people
what's
really
coming.
need these? And by less than 2/3 of the way through, I am very much in need of the tissues. I was like, oh, I get why you had the tissues. Give me more.
I get it now. I get it.
I get it so bad.
Almost. Oh, God, I'm nearly there.
Again, I feel the phrasing just as multi.
Son of a! Shut up, you! No, I can do it. I'm the man. No.
I can't breathe.
I need a breather. It's over. Better luck next time.
When we were testing out the stream stuff last night, he basically was doing that. Like, remember his neck grunting, and then a very victorious sound.
I didn't mean it that
I
way.
was just like, dude.
Looks like we're almost there.
Of
Oh,
course.
come on.
No. Oh no, here we go again.
Balls. Okay. Shall I do it for real?
I love that the narrator is praising you for enduring his every sarcastic remark. Then you fall, and he gives a sarcastic remark.
Thank you, Mr. Foddy.
Reminded me, remember the time that Mary-Kate and Ashley were detectives? I do remember that show. I loved it as a kid, but I can't apparently remember what the heck it was called. Yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley had like a little detective show where like they were twins and they solved mysteries and I mean they weren't real mysteries, they were kid mysteries, but
Mary-Kate and Ashley and Cash Grab?
oh, this is one of their early cash grabs. Basically, it was one of the first things they did after Full House. Like they were tiny kids. But it was the first time that they could appear next to each other instead of, acting as...
Which would become their standard approach.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it basically started their stereotypical career.
Oh wait, isn't the snake to the left of this spot?
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't the whole point to stick?
You're a good snake. Pat the snake. Pat. No.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Victory! Yeah. Silva's never seen the snake.
Apparently not.
And that's getting over it with very irritated Antony and Friends.
Oh, I'm not irritated. I found this delightful.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I guess I should give a shout out to Joey, who has been our unintended sacrifice this evening.
He's so yummy.
Oh, you can't always be the one sober.
Well,
Damn,
he
yeah.
has not yet had a voice with which to decry us. That I think that might change. Joey, work on a rant video. Talk to Lightning Bliss about revenge video. She's an expert.
He says, "I defy you, reptile."
No. Did we have any more questions that we could get through?
Viva hath returned. Welcome back,
Hey.
Viva.
Hey, welcome back.
We answered your question, Viva.
She was here for that.
Oh.
That was the first question we did.
All right.
All right, let's see here. Rocker26A said, a Breath of the Wild / Shadow of the Colossus-esque Sonic game actually sounds quite interesting. Running over natural land formations through canyons and forests and whatnot. Kind of sounds like the Sonic CD intro animation. I have no interest in even the good Sonic games, and I'd be way up for that. So there's an endorsement. Apathy is even interested.
Is that a question marked under Sonic Utopia?
No, not. I mean,
I think there were a couple of them that all sort of fit under that banner because I think I was going to show off Sonic Utopia. Going to show off.
Oh yeah, there was a Sonic Utopia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where that is.
Here, I have it. I have the Utopia collection.
There we
So,
go.
but they're all kind of saying the same thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, it might have been the same. Okay, never mind then. If it's not part of them, the
Here,
answer.
let me just read a few. Just why not?
Okay.
Throwback Junior, best example of a sandbox 3D Sonic. Sonic Utopia.
Sonic Utopia.
Deja Blue 88. Have you played Sonic Utopia?
Yeah. Well, I did. I plugged them. I was going to plug Sonic Utopia and answer all these questions in one go, and I think that counts. But I'm not sure. Sonic Utopia might cover for the other one as well, like about the was it the Sonic CD intro? Sonic CD intro. If you got a moment, look it up. It's very cool. It's animated by by Akira Toriyama. I think from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
And so yeah, it looks as good as Dragon Ball's fight sequences. Vast. Whenever they leave the metropolis, they go up and have a fight in the desert. So imagine that, but Sonic, and it's very cool. I'm like, yes, please, yeah. Now you get it. Now we're talking. That's really what I think a whole generation of Sonic fans were expecting from Sonic eventually. Let's get out there and actually, run them hills, fight them Vegetas and whatnot.
But a random question: is that intentionally supposed to look like a trapdoor? Because it looks like a trap.
A what?
A truck
down.
from Oh yeah, the what looks like
It's
some
like
sort
a green slide thing. It almost looks like trapdoor.
Green slide.
Where?
Where?
Let
Below
yourself
you.
drop for a minute.
Okay.
Drop a bit.
Drop for just a sec. Now
Drop a
look
little bit more.
to your screen left, right there. That
Oh.
Like the sign makes it almost look like there's an eyeball on it.
All right, so this game's made of art assets. This game's made of weird art assets. It looks like a mini golf lane.
possibly.
Let's have a look.
Reminds me of trapdoor.
It does.
And the trapdoor
It totally
comes
does.
in the night.
Burning out
Oh, it ends.
people. And at that roof cottages. Yeah, I think it might be a mini golf asset. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm gonna stop myself.
And now I've derailed the whole thing. Sorry. What were we talking about, Sonic?
Oh yeah, we all want Dragon Ball Sonic. Thank you. He goes Super Saiyan.
He does. He's not a natural blonde though.
Well, neither is Goku.
I'm like, I don't think any of them are natural blondes.
Oh no,
Oh
no.
no, Goku was a natural blonde in his heart.
In his heart, yes. the super version of him is natural. It's something that Saiyans do. Sonic needs Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, Sonic had to get an outsource.
Wait, does that mean that if Robotnik gets all the Chaos Emeralds, he goes blonde too? Like his blonde mustache?
Yes, blonde mustache. Oh my God, there must be fan art of this.
No, he gets the hair anyway.
Look here.
He gets the
Super
spiky
Saiyan
hair.
Bob.
Maybe that's why he wants the emeralds. It's not about world domination. He just is hoping it'll give him a good luscious
Luscious do. And then it only gives him a blonde mustache, and he's like, but why? Why?
Exactly. Let's do it.
What do you
Let's
expect?
make that fan fiction.
Let's see here. I'm actually doing a Google search, and unfortunately, one of the main Super Robotniks I see are from the less enjoyable Sonic cartoon.
Oh. What was that called? It was just Sonic.
It was just the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Even as a kid, I was kind of like, guys. I mean, I appreciate Jaleel White, but why with the chili dogs and the
chili dogs and the Sonic.
And yeah.
If you ever do come to America, we'll take you to a Sonic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Can anyone confirm this? I've even asked Mr. White on Twitter. No response anyway. I can't figure it out. But is the chili dogs thing about Sonic Burger? Did somebody just like the franchise and say, hey, we've got a Sonic, and they make they make good chili dogs. I like their chili dogs.
I've seen nothing to indicate that is the case. But sure.
There's that Mega 64 sketch.
Okay, let's see here. I have found an ad for a fake mustache, self-adhesive. It looks like the giant mustache is growing out of your nose. I must have this.
Well, that's what happens with giant mustaches, don't you know? It's real.
Oh my. What a harebrained idea.
Well, I've had this question asked a few times in the chat, and I figure we should actually get to it.
Yeah.
Asking all three of us, what books do you like to read if you like to read?
Oh. Yeah. I don't.
What's your answer?
Well, you go. You guys go first. So as not to embarrass me terribly.
It's fine. I do like to read, or I liked to read back in the day when I had time. These days I do more audiobooks while I travel.
It's just the thing to do.
My favorite genre is usually fantasy of varying varieties. At the moment, I'm trying to get through the Doom series. After that, I may actually see if I can take a crack at Game of Thrones.
I've been recommended Game of Thrones by some very reliable sources. Like, no. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I want to kind of, because I started Game of Thrones. I started like the first book. It's one of those things that it's better and worse than the TV show at the same time. Like they're I feel like a few less terrible things happen in the book than they are children. So even the not so terrible things, the fact that these not so terrible things are happening to a 14-year-old, are still pretty darn terrible. Like they're younger in the book, which makes it worse. But the things that happen, at least at the amount that I read, not so much. But yeah, anyway, my point is I'm usually a fantasy, sci-fi type.
Fantasy sci-fi, yeah, I like that. Good old fantasy sci-fi. I was talking to a friend about how Game of Thrones is, it's kind of, there's a lot of celebration of evil in that it seems like glorification, at least the TV show, and I haven't read the books yet. And she was saying, oh no, it has a good heart, because, and as for the writer, Mr. Martin, he's a jolly big nerd, it's about, and you can't tell me he wasn't picked on in school, and this is really about, it's about bullies basically, and he's exercising some demons with the Game of Thrones, and you notice that it's really about the character of the heart, and he's not glorifying evil, he's illustrating it, and there's a purpose to that. and it's kind of awkward because we don't have his ending to the whole saga yet, but
Not yet.
yeah. But we were talking about it because there's like I'm like, oh, who are my inspirations? And she says you should really get into Martin because you might like him more than you give him. There you
More
go,
than
being
you
a
think
critic
you would.
again. Stop being a critic before you've even seen the thing. Read the thing. Come
Yeah.
on.
Kind of agree. I think you'll like it more than you think you will at the moment. I'm not entirely sure if you'll, fall head over heels for it or anything, but
Yeah.
I think you'll like it more than you're stipulating at the moment.
Okay.
Anyway, Silver, your turn.
All right, I too am a fan of the sci-fi fantasy gig. Let's see here. Recently, I caught up with the Red Rising series.
Oh, I couldn't get through that one. I'm sorry.
Well, in a weird way, it too talks about the character of the heart.
Ah.
It's driven a lot by the main character's mistakes, but let's see here. But what else have I read? Okay, recently, I believe his name is David Wu. John dies at the end. John dies at the end. Also.
Oh, I think
David Wong. My apologies. He wrote a book that. What the F did I just read? And oh boy, he can write some dark eldritch horror stuff. If you're a fan of like Call of Cthulhu or
Lovecraft.
something of that mind, Lovecraftian horror, David Wong is someone you should definitely read.
Man.
hopefully with less racism.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully with less racism.
Well, my pronunciation and awfulness aside.
No. I mean in comparison to the Call of Cthulhu and things like that.
Less
Yes, a friend of-
Victorian sensibilities.
A friend of mine is so adamant that it's, even though it's supposed to really be unpronounceable, he insists it should be called Cthulhu. Whereas Cthulhu, TH, right?
It's got a TH in there,
Yeah.
I mean, there are some languages where that's not how THs are pronounced.
Well, this is
Yeah, let's-
America, even though it was written in England.
I remember
Is it written in England? I thought it was written in America.
Was it? Well, you can tell how good my history is, too.
my grandmother used to pronounce it Neanderthal man.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what that is. It because it's German?
I remember once during Lent, can't sing the Hallelujah, but we would instead sing spelled Maranatha. Every once in a while, you hear someone pronounce it Maranatha. So I asked my choir director once, like, is it Maranatha or Maranatha? And he just looks at me and goes, yes. Okay, cool. Cleared that up.
Yeah.
I could probably drive your teacher nuts. It's like, so this year, how are we going to sing the Macarena? And he would hate me. Or she? I'm not sure.
He in this instance. I mean,
In
he'd
this
find it funny at first, but if you kept delaying the if you delayed stuff, he'd get mad at you. But
Hi,
the
Silver
little
Quill.
joke
Nice
would
to
be
meet
fine.
you.
A little offhand joke would be fine as long as you didn't distract from practice.
Just bring in the sound machine. The joy buzzers and the
Yeah.
sound machine.
Oh,
you'll
geez.
be fine.
It'll be fine. Peter would probably have a good sense of humor about that. Chris would not. He would have you thrown on your ear.
And as he did so, I would scream.
Exactly.
Hey.
See, everyone in the chat is agreeing with me. Lovecraft is American. It was written in New York and New England.
Okay, my bad.
New
Well,
York.
America. Well,
Yeah.
then it's definitely Cthulhu.
It was
'cause he's written-
American racism.
Yes. Yes, America bred the ultimate nightmare. America.
Yahtzee pronounces it Cthulhu. Cthulhu Fatagan.
Oh, yes. Yazzie's actually written some really fun books, too. I hooked one of my coworkers on it.
Ah.
Mogworld.
Mogworld, Jam, We'll Save the World for the Universe for Food.
Surely he's got another coming out soon.
Yeah.
He seems to enjoy it. But right now I'm reading the Galaxy's Edge series.
Oh yes.
which I really like military sci-fi. Maybe because I've never served. Well, I'm a
You've
Halo
never served
fanboy.
in the Space Force.
No, well, apparently that might be an option in the near future, but no. But I fell for Halo, and I guess developed a love of military sci-fi. But the thing is, everybody says, "Oh yeah, this is like Star Wars. If you love Star Wars, you'll love this." And through the first book, I'm like, "Okay, this is good," but I'm not really getting a Star Wars vibe. It's mostly a survival of a unit trapped behind enemy lines. Until the end, where they're recounting a mission where a bunch of soldiers go into a space pirate slug lord's temple hideout to rescue a girl who's in a silk and metal bikini. And like, really?
Yeah,
Really?
that's plagiarism.
I mean, it's kind of funny because it's just like the last. Well, I'm spoiling it a little bit. This is just in the last chapter, and it's a flashback. But like, what? What are you doing? What is this? Can you do this? Can you actually do this? I didn't think you could get away with this, but they're getting away with it.
And Carlos Mencia is like, wow, you can do that!
Well, he did it better than Mencia, but
Just enough deniability.
as soon as they got to that, really? I was kind of giggling through the whole chapter, even though it was meant to be this heartfelt recounting. And now into the second book, now it's like, oh, hi, not Han Solo.
What are you gonna do with that? He's an archetype. How would you not do a Han Solo?
Yeah.
Actually, this guy's pretty charming. He's pretty charming. So in a way, I do like him, but I've seen more egregious Han Solo carbon copies, including Dash Rendar, but that's for another day.
Oh, but he's Star Wars. He doesn't count. He's friends with Han Solo.
He's friends with Han Solo and is carbon copy because the actual is in carbonite. Nerd pun.
He's Shadows, right? Shadows of the Empire?
Yes. A Star Wars entry with all the trappings of a movie without the actual movie. That's kind of surreal.
Pretty good game. I like the game.
Oh, that game was impossible to get for like a year.
Damn it.
Oh, wait. You're still floating? You're still floating?
Maybe you won't plummet to the earth. Maybe.
Trying. No, it's...
Wait, wave your hand. See if you can
Wave for the people.
Yes. Wave. You're ascending. Keep waving.
No, I think you're stuck.
Look, yes, go ahead. Wave your hands in the air like you don't care.
Are
Tell
you
me
just
what-
like, oh, okay, you are slowly lifting, okay. I was
Yes.
like, are you just forever stuck there?
Yes, round the world. You're a
Yeah.
helicopter. You're a smexy little helicopter.
All the lovely ladies
Okay,
love the copter.
No!
That's what you get for doing the helicopter.
The helicopter.
Yourself
The
down.
helicopter.
And
Gotta motivate
round,
that-
and a-
Copter.
Spin
Oh,
me
yeah.
right
You make it
round,
flow.
baby, right round.
Baby, round like a record, baby, round,
Oh,
down,
sweet.
down.
I want to go down. I want to go
You're
down.
yourself
Sorry.
down. No, you want to go down. Okay.
I think I want to go down. Yeah!
Just wanted
Alright.
to spend more time with us. It's okay.
Oh yeah, we should think about wrapping it up at some point.
It's fine. Do you have any other questions?
Oh yeah, I'll have more questions. I never told you what books I'm reading.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your book.
Tell us.
A friend just lent me the Complete Robot, which is all of Isaac Asimov's robot stories,
Ooh.
Whoa.
and I've just started getting into that. And it's funny because you don't really get the character of Isaac Asimov until you hear him talking about himself, and he's like, "I didn't intend to invent the terms, the laws of robotics, and the word robotics. But I only heard about it afterwards, like 20 years later, that people who were actually in robotics borrowed the phrase, borrowed the term, robotics. But now that I know that they're using the word robotics legitimately in science, I'm not gonna let anyone forget where it came from. He's just funny.
I mean, that sounds legit.
He's a fun guy. Yeah, so that's that, and the Bible. Bible's a hoot.
The Bible, yes.
Up to the
that?
Book of Joshua, and that's where everything starts turning into the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
My,
Oh yeah, The
nephew
Simpsons.
had a birthday party recently, and they asked him what his favorite book was, and he did say the Bible. I'm like,
Nerd!
he's like 5 years old, and his favorite book is the Bible. I'm like, okay.
Theologian. Although I just remember The Simpsons. Oh, God is so in your face. He's my favorite fictional character.
Aww.
Aww. I can
Well,
hear
that's-
Tony's heartbreak.
Well, I mean, it's The Simpsons. This was back when they were more fun.
Man, they're still going. I mean, like, they're still proud of themselves over there.
I don't know if proud of themselves is the right term.
I
marketing
think I follow Al Jean on Twitter, and he's constantly plugging the show and loving it.
Well,
It's like-
I mean, it's the most stable paycheck in
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
Bit of a
shoot.
cash. Gravy train at this point.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright. I'm getting better!
Got it, you got it.
I don't want to go. Here we go again.
Oh no.
You're Doctor Who?
Oh,
I don't
were
want
you
to
trying
go.
to? Were you trying to create like the super ending or something, or?
I'm trying to actually. I've never been able to do it. Get on the other side of the thing here. Alright, this might be far enough. Alright, no, come back.
Row your boat.
But
Row your spittoon.
soon, yes.
Splash.
Row your chamber pot.
Because I want to get on the other side of the radio tower, and I don't actually know how to do it properly. See if this works. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Not done them. Ah! It's the easier, the
So I was
easy
trying to figure
way.
out what you were doing. I was like, why are you upset that you're winning? I'm confused.
Well, I'm actually trying to get on the other side of the radio tower because there's a secret on the other side.
Ooh, a
and
secret?
Yeah. Dub-a-dub, it's a secret. And I wanted to see if I can. I've seen it briefly falling down to my ridiculous, humiliating peril, but I've never actually landed there, and it's something I gots to. I gotta try.
I'll do it now.
I gots to know.
Yeah, gots to try a little tenderness.
A little bit. Just love that romantic crap.
Going back to Game of Thrones real quick, did you know that he started writing that in the 1980s?
80s. I thought it was the 90s. Dang.
I believe it was, and yet it only
Wow.
picked up steam recently. Well, relatively recently. Okay, maybe it was always
A popular book,
popular, and
maybe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
but it was underground until
Yeah.
not long ago.
HBO.
Till
Came a
Peter
knocking.
Dinklage.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage,
Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
It's odd that Peter Dinklage was actually the reason why I watched Game of Thrones.
Alright.
I
Yeah.
remembered him from Penelope, and I was like, I want to watch it. Then I was like, oh, and Sean Bean's in it. And then spoilers for the end of that little arc. And then my friend's like,
Damn it.
it was Sean Bean. What did you expect to happen? I'm like, ah.
wave to screen left. Maybe that'll propel you to the left.
I think I want to go right.
Unfortunately, this works with zero gravity logic, where you can't move the air to actually propel him in that direction.
Confound your science. I'm being optimistic.
Okay, so I've
you got
gone
this, you got
basically up. So if I very, very carefully be very, very quiet, we're hunting Easter eggs.
this. That's basically, yeah.
Although what I realized is, I'm giving this to you with all my love. Send me back down.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
my love.
touching. Sorry, go on.
But my love, we can still be friends.
Aw.
But-
Poor Foddy.
But baby,
His own.
This ought to be. Oh, hello. There's another one.
Oh.
Oh,
I went right past her.
You can scale the rock. Keep pulling.
I've got to go because I'm trying to go down to the other side of the radio tower.
Yes, if you go by the bottom of this rock and push off the bottom, I think you can make it.
I think this is about where I want to be.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
Whoa! Oh, I'm a little left. I'm a little left.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No! Oh, wait!
Oh no! No!
No!
No!
Yeah!
That's so painful. I'm so sorry.
Well, we're getting there. We know where we have to go. This game's telling us where to go.
Oh wait! You want another Sonic question?
Sure. Oh, Silver was talking about the Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Oh, well, just that when I learned he'd been writing that so early on, it's like, well, there are like several life lessons in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're only an overnight success to everyone else.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything worth doing will require time and perseverance.
Perseverance. That's the key.
And for the love of God, please finish the next book, please. I'm still waiting. Oh, please.
I know. How long has it been since he's written a new book? It feels like forever.
It's like 6 years, right?
It's been a while. I mean, he's engaged, I think, in something based on his Wild Card series.
Wild Card.
Thanks to, it's another book series where, thanks to the intervention of an alien scientist, superpowers manifest on Earth. But this is during the Pink Scare, and so politics and America paranoia is, at least in one story, is very heavily a factor.
Pardon my ignorance, what's the Pink Scare?
Oh, when communism, the Cold War was going on, and there was great concern of communist rhetoric taking hold over everyone and polluting America ideals.
Right.
And so very often, scale along the bottom to your right.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
It's too far to the right.
Yes,
I know it's
yes.
too far. Oh.
What?
There's a too far in this?
There's too far.
What?
Welcome back to Claire's Anvil.
What? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know. What? But
At least we got on the right side of the radio tower this time.
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of know. We kind of know what needs to be done now.
I could get the bad ending.
It's these tears.
I'll tell you the bad ending is that snowman.
Very true.
He's got a bad end.
Some sort of gravity limbo up here.
But let's see here. Pink Scare. There was the House on Un-American Activities.
Oh yes, so this
where
is Joe McCarthy and all that. Joe McCarthy,
yes. Yes, they're the great political cartoon of him running over several people as he drives on the sidewalk saying, "Don't worry, we're hunting communists." and basically, now imagine you take that fear and now throw superpowers into the mix.
Oh, great.
So there's a great concern that if you are one of the people who develop these powers, how much do you really love America?
Isn't that like a major theme of X-Men, of the X-Men? Like
X-Men?
Yeah.
Well,
Mutant registration and all that.
Oh, well, honestly, I feel like that it does tie into racism, but that's more. Well, I hate to say it, but I would actually make a Holocaust comparison. You have to wear the star. You have to register with the mutant registration. Trying to control people based on birth when you yourself have no true authority over such things.
Right. And
so
old Magneto was a Holocaust survivor and everything. Yeah.
So in some ways you could sympathize with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I've seen this happen before. I'm not going to let it happen again."
Yeah.
I mean, say what you will about X-Men: The Last Stand, so much that they wiped it from continuity, but that scene where Magneto says, "I got a tattoo once, and I swore no other needle would touch my skin."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I got heavy again. Sorry.
Hey.
No, that's all,
Alright.
you were talking about Martin and his new series that is totally not X-Men.
Well, I mean, truthfully, I mean, The Boys, which is airing right now, that deals with powers and corruption.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, what? Oh.
Ah!
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at your minute. It's funny.
Everybody does. I'm playing the game where that's appropriate.
Hey.
Curse you all.
I'm for it. Oh, Kichi, you're late. She's like, a stream? What? Yes, girl.
Yeah, you've missed all the shipping jokes.
Well, I'm sure we'll make more.
But I advertised it on Twitter.
It was on Twitter.
Oh, I left it on Twitter. I wouldn't blame anyone for staying off Twitter right now. Oh.
Okay, pay attention to all the tweety tweets. Only way I get any sort of socialization these days.
Wait, anyone gets socialization. That's a sad thought. Don't.
Okay, we're bumming ourselves out. Silver, find us a new question.
Cloud Cuckoo Country.
Hey!
Hey!
Sonic was always bad.
That's
all he says.
That's right. Sonic was always bad. I think I was gonna answer that question by showing off every single time he has most vociferously and persistently told me that Sonic was always bad. It's like multiple times. Yeah, I know, Mr. Country. I get it. Thanks.
Well, okay.
I get it. I hear you, man.
Okay, well here, I'll give you here's another one. This is by far one of the most
Like I have a
passionate
folder.
fan-
I have a folder full of his every time he says Sonic was bad. Sorry, go on.
That one Zoe says, "OMG, are you back? I'm dying from excitement. Oh goody, death awaits me."
Okay.
You guys did ask me to lighten the mood, didn't you? I'm working with what you gave me.
I'm glad I could help. Oh
Okay,
goody! Death awaits me. Thanks, Morticia.
How about here's one from Joshua Pone.
Joshua,
Having the time and space for Sonic is kind of difficult to do. Looks at walls. You have to consider Sonic's average speed and how big the sandbox is going to be.
Oh, I look at the walls. That's instruction for me in the video. I'm like, having the time and space for Sonic is difficult to do, and at the time all my walls were completely covered in Sonic gear. So I'm like, I get you. Preach.
Okay, there should be if you're like halfway down this giant meteor droid, don't know the proper term, like a little further to the right, and then I think if you like push straight down,
It's so touchy.
like that second divot. So one more swing.
If I can do it and push straight down.
Yes,
Oh,
push.
oh.
Yes. Now swing to the left and push yourself down if you can.
Okay. All right.
All right. You look like the galaxy's proctologist right now.
Well, I am in a big chamber pot. I think that's as far as I can go.
Yes, I think
Oh,
straight
this-
down. Yes.
Come on.
Come on, you can do it. You can fall.
Oh!
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 Just oh, so bitter.
Ah, that hurt me.
But you
Like, we
kind of
saw
saw
it
it. You
briefly,
saw it.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like a light and like a thing.
You know, there's a phone button. If it was only blue. What?
There was always a phone box here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a thing.
How did I get up there? I just did it. Ah, cool. Okay. Now maybe I can. No. Do I have to swing myself up? Oh, these are the
Oh, wait.
cauldrons that didn't make it.
Yeah, that's a little scary. That's a scary thought. Wow, this got dark.
Kaneko says that she's trying to convince the book bird that Sonic can be good.
Who's that?
Kaneko.
All right. It can be good, I promise.
In other words, Triple C's roommate.
Yeah, they live together. I'm sorry, Kaneko, my darling. If you can't convince Cloud that Smash Brothers is great. What help do any of us have?
Good gracious. Who dares speak against Smash Brothers?
Oh, the mighty Smash Brothers. I don't know. Oh, I'll give this one more good show. I don't know how high I can get.
Alright. See if I can get some questions from yet.
Yeah, does anyone want to...
Well,
Unless you got more on your end. Go for it.
Well, I've got. Mostly, I just want to highlight the reaction to this.
Yeah.
So I'm on the actual "What do we do with Sonic" video, looking through the comments, and a guy, Mason Adams, of all the Sonic analysis videos out there, this one has got to be the most obnoxious. And but then there's a favorite by Antony C.
This is the problem we have.
All right, yeah, that's fair. I had one of my best friends over, and he saw. I showed him the video up to the part where I'm staring at the camera, asking, "What the heck is a power ring?" And I just stare in the video. I just like stare into the camera obnoxiously for a minute and a half, waiting for an answer. And my friend turns to me and he's like, "I hate you so much." I'm like, good. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Most obnoxious. No.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to get up that way.
I think I saw Cody do it. Shoutouts to Cody and his magnificent Getting Over It channel, which is kind of amazing. And he knows, he has all the tricks that I don't. So, okay.
Oh, Kaneko says that she and Cloud play Smash Bros. A lot now.
Oh! Really?
You think you protest too much, Mr. Country?
Right. Oh, dang it. Cloud Country, Coca Country is still doing the odd book review now and then.
Yes.
And,
On the Twitchy.
what did I... He was teaming up with Jesse Nowak last, I heard, to do... just a brief thing on an early Victorian novel of some description.
Oh.
Okay, I've got a.
Yes.
So I've just found an interesting comment.
Yes.
I think it's a compliment. I'm a Moose 007 says you look like a Monty Python character.
Which one? A character, not a person. A character. I'm a character, no less.
But those characters are awesome.
Hey,
There's
there's
no
no wrong
Messiah.
answer to
He's
that
a very naughty boy. I'm Terry Gilliam Terry Jones in a dress. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, you do look pretty darn good in a dress, let's be fair.
Yes, we've seen you in a dress.
Yes, yes. I tell you what, you wear a dress, and then you read the Old Testament, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be wearing a dress. Oh, shoot.
Because everyone in the Old Testament did.
It's called a robe. Yeah, that's a halo, and that's a dress.
Kaneko says yes, and I have to hear all his yelling about playing Smash Brothers.
Oh, really? Who's your main, Kaneko? Who's your main?
You mean I like Pink Jedi Link.
Pink Jedi Link.
Pink Link, because back in the version I had, there was like it was far more pink rather than red.
Oh.
You selected a certain color, and you know they've got that like lightsaber that comes out in some of the items, and I would go like I would beat people away so I could grab the saber thing, and I was like, I am Pink Jedi Link. That was my name.
The Force is strong with this one. Although if he's a pink Link, then he too would be he'd be under the House of Investigation for unhyrulean activities.
We
Worth
came
it for
full
best
circle.
color.
We
We went back to
dovetailed that one.
communism.
We dovetailed it all the way back to communism.
I know, right? It's so multifunctional.
I think you'll like this question, even though it's to Antony. I think you'll like this question, Silver. To the Antony and Friends crew, I guess it's all of us. Nintendo or Sega? Do you think Sega does what Nintendo don't?
I better say yes, because Mr. Jax, our mutual friend, he is a massive Sega Dreamcast fan, and the Dreamcast, man, it was such a trooper. It was an excellent little console, and it's where Microsoft got the inspiration to do the Xbox. So I better say yes.
I mean, is he watching? Can we reveal secrets?
He might end up watching.
Okay, then never mind. I'll shut up.
Here's my thing. Nintendo had the wider array of games that I like to play.
Yeah.
But Sega, especially the Dreamcast, gave us Sega Sanjuro.
What's that?
Oh, you've never heard of Sega Sanjuro? He's only the single greatest game console mascot of all time.
Is this the fellow who advertised the Saturn?
Yes, the Sega Saturn, and then he gave his life to save Sega as the Dreamcast came online. But yeah, Sega wins in the mascot department. Oh, later I will link you to some YouTube videos. Just because you watch this and you're like, wow, Japan. Every time I think I've got you figured out, you prove me wrong.
It's like, oh, how do you spell that for the chat, just in case they want
to? Very careful.
You can type it in there if you want. Okay.
Sega yes, Sanshiro. So here we go. I will post it in the chat for all to see. Right.
If it's what I'm imagining, it's pretty it was pretty wild.
I tried to post the name, but apparently I still had a vector in my clipboard.
The heck?
A what?
A vector.
Oh.
Those things you do on I draw in Adobe Illustrator.
Oh. Yeah.
And if I copy and paste it as text, it just becomes generator Adobe 24.21 SVG export plugins SVG 1.1.
Okay, we got it. Okay.
I think I'd be banned for
spam.
This is all you need to know. 59,195 characters out of 200 alone. That's a vector.
That's a vector. Oh, I'm so bad at this.
Nah, you're doing great. You have stuck with it more than I would have.
Oh, definitely. I would have rage quit long ago. For my answer to the Nintendo or Sega question, unfortunately, I didn't really grow up with video games as a kid because my parents wouldn't let me play them. So I'm gonna have to say Nintendo. Well, it wasn't for any moral reasons. They just knew it would distract from homework.
Oh.
No, so fair enough. But so I guess I'm gonna have to say Nintendo simply because Pokemon, and that was a huge part of my childhood. So yeah, I'm not big into Pokemon as much now. I've had that question a few times. But I was part of the Pokemania. I was there. I saw the movie in theaters.
You kids with your Pokemans.
It's
Yes,
been
back in my day, we had 150.
only
you can sing the poker.
150 or more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny.
Now, if you want to talk the difference between Nintendo and Sega, there's actually one game that really highlights it. And it's funny enough, it's Aladdin.
Oh yeah, I played the you mean Aladdin on the Sega Genesis, Mega Drive / Genesis, the
I
16-bit
think-
Aladdin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And on the Super NES.
Yeah, I played them both.
I played, and isn't it such a different experience?
Yeah, they're not the same game apparently. They're just, I think they're, if I remember correctly, made by different development studios.
Yes. For those who may not know the comparison, the Super NES approach was very much like Super Mario. Aladdin would jump on enemies to defeat them, and it was more an acrobatics platformer. In the Sega one, Aladdin has a sword through pretty much the entire game, and is basically just slashing his way through enemies left and right.
You can also throw things at people and whatnot. And they were doing some fantastic animation work with that one as well.
Yes, I can't fault. I would say the Sega actually won out in the visuals department on that one. But oh, quick flail, you fool!
Flail for your life.
Maybe not.
There we go.
Hey, oh.
Hey, how are you? So you reckon? So the second divot was too far.
Far.
The second
Like
divot was
ever
too far.
so slightly too far.
Yeah, just back it up just a little, and it'll be golden. But we need.
He's already golden.
So twitchy.
That's right.
Oh, did that
Oh.
come on.
Oh.
Yes!
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 Victory!
Yes, come on.
Ah! No!
Like,
No!
right where you are.
Ow!
Right there. Right there. Like where you are right now. Give it a. Oh no, too far.
Oh no.
No, that divot is too far. Oh,
I
yes.
think you're watching the stream, Silver.
Yes,
Go
watching
back,
this
go
stream.
back to the screen sharing in the Discord.
Oh,
past Silver Soul.
Silver,
Sadness is
you're
upon me.
delayed.
I'm
It's already
delayed.
been tragedy.
I was trapped in the past. And now I awaken to a cold and bitter reality.
Oh.
Oh, Antony, why? Why did you do it?
Why?
Right now. Woo! Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh no, Anthony, don't hurt yourself.
That did sound like that hurt. We still love you. It's okay. And then yeah, you get the chat going. Silver, you're a little late.
I'm a little. Hey, but I'm on time with the rest of you.
You're on time to insult us.
Well, they don't know you are on time with the rest of them. They're only seeing it now.
Well, that's just life, the universe, and everything. Like I say, I got multi windows going here. It'll drive you a little.
A little bit.
Okay.
But okay, I missed the fatal moment during the time jump. What?
Okay, so what happened is he did it. He was right next to the radio tower.
I was
and-
celebrating, and I did the I did the Bennett Foddy thing. I did the getting over it with Bennett Foddy thing, and accidentally, very slightly, put my hammer to the left, and it bounced me 1,000,000 miles off the cliff. And
Oh.
I thought this is what this game. I thought I was above that kind of nonsense, to be honest. I thought I've done this 100 times. I know what I'm
101
doing.
now.
That'll never happen to me again. I can't believe I actually felt that. This game still has some pantsing moments in it for me.
That was one of the most tragic things I've ever experienced.
Rage! Dude. Okay. Where were we? Come on, moving on. Get on. Do
I
it
don't
properly,
know.
number
What
one.
were
Where were
talking
we?
about?
What's next? Make it so.
Okay, I'm quickly trying to find a question from the audience to distract us from the pain we just witnessed.
On the plus side, I know how to do cliff really. I mean, ice really fast now.
Well, I appreciate that people are spelling out their despair. I mean, like,
Yes.
no.
Why? There's a no, and there's a why, and there's a damn it!
I'm pleased I was able to give you the authentic Bennett Funny experience.
Just the authentically rage-inducing, ultimate despair.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I actually am. I'm like, dude. We're here now. It's over. It's going. Moving forward. Moving forward.
We
It's
did
fine.
it once. We did it once. Maybe
It
we
can be
can
done.
do it again.
It can be done. He can be taught.
Oh, gee.
It can be taught.
I will find him.
I will find your son. I will find him. I will find your secrets.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got a question about how were we all personally today?
How are we? How are we doing? How's everybody doing?
Actually, this in my stream with Tiny Doggo was a much needed shot to the spirit. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay on much longer.
Well, we'll give it one more really good try,
Yes.
and then we'll cancel it. Come on, come on, come on, we can do it. Da da dum, da da dum, da da. Do it for Silver and little Billy Joe.
I don't know if you want to play Live and Let Die right now.
We got somebody saying, "Daddy Quill noticed me." Oh my.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh
I'm just gonna
my.
quote text to speech. Don't ever use that inflection on "daddy" again.
Daddy Quill.
But hello, Jericho. Hello, Jericho Mendez.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
I don't know why you're calling me daddy.
I mean, we needed a little bit more shipping if Kichi's still around.
Oh yes.
Daddy
What would-
Quill.
Ooh. Good.
I have to say it now. Okay.
There you go.
So we
I
figured
ship
out
it.
if we do
Okay.
it from this. Oh, now I can't actually push directly up unless I have already put my big chunky hammer in the grooves.
In the groove.
I've gotten groovy with it.
Groovy.
Groovy. Anyone
Why is
here
no
a
one-
Earthworm Jim
Why-
fan?
Yes. Okay. I'm watching in real time this time.
Okay.
This did.
Oh!
I'm watching pain. I'm watching pain.
Oh. You could see him too. It was right there.
Very, very
What do I have?
quickly as they passed by the camera.
What do I freaking have to do to please you, game? I don't know. It's not that. No.
Oh, great! Well, now we're falling even further.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Do we have time to finish the questions? Or maybe answer some from the chat? Our very patient and very delightful and sexy chat.
Yes. Just from the stream chat.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rusty
No.
asks for Silver, how's the Canadian girl doing?
He's doing well. He is, even in this period of uncertainty, he's enjoying the adventure of having recently graduated, moved out on his own, and experiencing the adventure that is adulthood.
Who's this?
Our friend Tiny Doggo.
Hey, Tai.
Hi.
He's all grown up now. Why am I bothering with the cliff? Stop that. Because it's funny, damn it!
Come on, do the cliff bit again.
You want me to do the cliff?
Get-
What is the chat want?
Give it.
The chat
Give
wants
us
cliff.
give us your best constipation.
It's pronounced consternation. Oh wait. Oh, I see what you did there. Yes! Oh, the man! Oh!
Yay!
Oh! I have lost my headphones.
I
Over
love
here,
Oh!
Follow the sound of my voice. My smexy voice.
And I'm back. Oh,
I love that you're holding your hammer aloft like I have the power.
basically.
fabulous secrets were revealed to me when I held my hammer aloft and said, by the power of Grayskull!
And I said, hey, yay, yay, yay.
No! I'm not mucking it up. Come on, do it properly! No! 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 Yes! No! Yes! Don't slide off the thing! No! Yes! I'm the man! I'm still the man! No! Ah!
I can't breathe.
I have the power! Oh! We have fun. Oh, God.
Indeed.
This is grand.
Almost more than others.
Oh, now I can do it just fine. Now I'm the man. Oh. One of these days. One of these. Ah! This game. So much freaking fun.
Okay. I will ask another question once I get breath back in my lungs. Okay.
It's like I'm afraid I think I've exhausted the questions I was assigned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it? Oh, wow. I didn't have much to do at all. I should have made another video.
We were asked before, what would we do for a Klondike bar? I would pay the retail price.
In my mind, I have a vision of a man in a sinister robe with a very angry face on his face. You will pay the price, the regular price.
The regular retail price, okay.
Here. You will pay the regular retail price.
Okay with that.
I would ship Lightning Bliss for
There you
the Klondike
go.
Bar.
Probably ship Lightning Bliss regardless of Klondike Bar involvement.
It would be enhanced. I would drive her nuts and fulfill my sugar need. So, you know, I would be the not quite the sugar daddy, but
Well, you're somebody's daddy anyway.
apparently.
Is it a particularly nutty bar?
I think there are some nuts on it on the outside of it. Yeah, sure.
Drive her nuts while enjoying your nuts?
Nuts and cream.
Well,
So there you
okay, I feel like that.
You'll pay that one. We don't want to get into a sticky situation here, but
Oh my.
take some napkins. All right.
We have a question. Anthony, how many hours have you put in this game?
What's
We're
happening?
getting, I think, the actual number in a minute.
120.
120.
120. There you go. Days of his life on.
Oh, that is days of my life. These are the days of your life. Oh, really?
All in this video game.
Somebody cut
Although-
the days of my lives, and these are the sands poured through the hourglass. These are the days of your. Ah!
Alrighty, so. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking, whenever someone says, "Lo, I have been to the mountain," and she'd be like, "Oh yeah."
I did it
Hello.
120 times.
If
I have a
you-
very good question, in fact, of Silver and Sweetie. Will Anthony ever recover from this?
No. No, this. You have a choice now, Jean-Luc, whether to take that pain with you to the stars or under the sea.
Oh, that's a reference, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Unless you've changed your name to Jean-Luc, I certainly hope so.
I know, yeah, right? I'm like, I think he made it pretty obvious what he's referencing.
No, that's obviously that's a next gen reference. That's a
Yes, it's a next gen reference.
Is it brothers or something?
Yes, yes,
Yes. Ah ha ha. Yeah. Wow. Obscure reference. Nice. No. Oh, well, yeah. I've if I haven't herniated something, maybe I'll get over this. Yes. Oh dear.
Sugar quill. There we go. There's your.
Sugar quill. Oh.
Yeah.
Sugar quill.
Aye.
Okay. All right.
Sugar daddy quill. Oh, good. Jericho's back.
Actually, I'm starting to. Now I really am getting Emperor's text to speech. Humongous sugar quill daddies.
What?
Oh, have you never watched If the Emperor had a speech to text device?
No.
Oh, I must convert you.
Is this to make everyone sound like Patrick Warburton?
It sounds like something. Probably nothing you'd ever want to hear. It's like Joey on listening to half of what we said tonight. But no, how do I? Oh man, I don't even know if I can give the proper context to this.
Golly, come on. Do it properly, number one. Come on. Son of a cheese!
These days, you need to dress up as Riker.
I need to dress up. Everyone needs a next gen uniform. Everyone, just for that.
And with a pin that you can slap to contact people.
Oh, I saw that. There you can actually either get one or make one or something. I saw that on YouTube. I didn't watch the video, but someone actually has a Starfleet communicator. Like, would you buy a Starfleet communicator phone?
Oh, I mean, in a way, a lot of cell phones were basically invented from Trekkies trying to create the communicators from the show.
Get out of what?
That's why flip phones look just like them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the flip phones from back in the day. Like, I remember when they did the Star Trek reboot, they were using the communicators. Literally, for a second, my first thought is like, why are they using dumb phones? That's what they look like. That's the flip phones from the iPhone days.
Well, now, does this mean that now Star Trek is going to have everyone call each other with their glasses?
That would be Doctor Who.
Really?
Well, we seem to be moving in that direction, I think. Oh, here we go.
That phasers were actually an attempt at inventing phasers.
What?
Tasers.
Tasers were for phasers, basically.
I see. Non-lethal.
Yes, exactly.
Set your faces to stun.
Exactly.
I'm genuinely stunned if I get over this radio tower properly.
Oh, you've gotten over it before. You shall again.
Yeah. I'm nearly there. Oh!
Okay, so we've got another question about what music would you relax/study to? I would, when I was studying back in college, I sometimes would be like, I'll listen to Disney. This is a terrible idea because, you know, I'd be in the middle of trying to study organic chemistry and they'd be like, poor unfortunate souls, and just couldn't work out. Couldn't concentrate. I tended to listen to John Williams.
Maybe I can just do the thing.
Just nudge, yeah.
No, gosh, dang it, blasted!
No. Was that a nudge? That was a throw.
But I want to honor the fact that immediately after that, he just starts climbing again. This is endurance.
This is
That's
a man.
for darn sure.
How long's it been? Because we've done the thing.
Let's see. When did we start? Like
9 o'clock, about.
9 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock my time. It's now 11 o'clock my time.
Wow.
So we've been here for 3 hours.
That's a good innings. It's bedtime for Silver. I'll do all the supplement video. of getting the thing.
I'm sorry. TrotCon, I'm supposed to be part of Equestria's next top artist
Oh, yes.
tomorrow morning.
Okay,
yeah.
do you want to do some plugs before we go?
Well, TrotCon is going on, and I'll be on the Equestria's next top artist panel. Wow, that was a really bad plug.
We get the gist.
I mean,
Where can we find you?
I'll find it. I'll find it.
I don't know.
What
Mostly,
time is it?
oh, it's well, it would be 9:30 Eastern time, 7:30 my time, 6:30 your time. So stay
your
in
time.
bed.
Oh. I already
Stay.
missed one of your panels. I'm setting an alarm now.
No. You're gonna stay asleep. You're
Oh,
gonna
I
stay
already
asleep,
missed one of your panels.
and it's preserved on stream or whatever. You go to bed and you stay in bed, young lady.
No. We've
And-
got a 6:30 or a 5:30 and a 6 o'clock. Should probably be fine. Okay.
No. It's at 6:30 your time. But please do not do this. Do not put yourself in this situation.
That would actually be 11:30 your time, Anthony.
11:30 at night? I am a night owl.
That's why I pay attention, because when it gets to be about 7 o'clock my time is when I start going.
And I have
And when it
lived...
gets to be about like noon my time and you're still awake.
Yeah.
So this is, I guess this is actually Ponyfest / TrotCon.
Pony Fest?
It's all-
Oh, okay. Because nobody's doing it for real this year.
Well, unfortunately, no. HarmonyCon in Dallas was my only real in IRL convention I got to go to, and that meant a lot. I was really grateful to everyone there.
Right. Was that the beginning of the year?
It was, gosh, February.
Wow.
And I didn't realize it, but just a few weeks later, we'd all be working remote. And,
Yeah.
well, I don't know what the future holds. I still see optimism, but there's no denying it's a rough go.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Well, I think that'll have to do, unless the chat has one last question for us.
Oh,
And
yes.
maybe one last.
Well, one last
Wait
question
for
for.
Last time. You guys tell me to see. George Washington's going home.
Well, a lover Rose Sparkles is asking if we have a favorite Pokemon.
Favorite.
Oh, I know your favorite Pokemon, right, Silver? The Manatee
actually-
one.
Ah, no. 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 My favorite is Arcanine because he is a dog
Aw.
and a fire dog, and he is
A
cute,
fire
and he won't try to drown me.
He is a pretty darn good Pokemon. I'll keep that Arcanine.
He's a darn good Pokemon. Dog Pokemons are best Pokemons.
Arcanine. What about you, sweetie?
I've always had a hard time with this question, but I guess I'll go with Persian because is a kitty Pokemon, but is a mountain kitty Pokemon.
It's
So in the television show, it was also the spokesperson of the villain. But whatever.
No.
Dogs and cat Pokemon gaming together. Mass
Mass
hysteria.
hysteria!
But I
Yes.
like Arcanine too. And he's a good flame type.
Yes.
If I had to choose one fire type, it'd be Arcanine. Even more than Rapidash.
And I have a soft spot for... I don't know if it even really counts, but a Mewtwo?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that counts.
He's the Pokemon
I
that
am
will not be
playing
contained.
myself down.
All right.
And Joey mentions, because I did see it on Twitter, that he told on us that he's going to conspire with Bliss to get revenge on us for exposing him to the creepy voices.
Oh, but he's got a little snake. Thank you, Joey.
You're a
I
good
love the
sport.
snake.
You're a good sport, Joey.
I want it on record. I didn't come up with a creepy voice. I just didn't stop them.
You're an enabler.
I am an enabler. I will give you that.
All right. Good place to stop.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Pause
everybody.
there.
And thank you all for my wonderful guests.
Welcome.
Well, thanks for having us. This has been a unique joy.
Very much.
I'll have to do it again sometime. I'm not doxing myself. All right. How do I shut this off?
You have to go back to the YouTube thing.
Oh, that's right. And that's
I'll
it.
hit the button.
Ciao,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye bye.
I think it's over.